Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my Chanel. I am currently setting up my brand new studio, having just moved across the globe. So for today's video, please enjoy a supercut of the worst of Wife Swap New Zealand. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel, and welcome to another episode of Wife Swap Girls. This time, it's a little bit different. We're swapping dogs. No, could you imagine?
Oh, scandalous.
So, my lovelies, we came to the very end of all of the episodes I have available to me of Wife Swap Australia, girls. Isn't that sad, my lovelies?
Australia, girls.
Today we are going to be starting a very interesting series here on my channel. We're going to be watching Wife Swap New Zealand edition. These episodes are actually slightly shorter than the ones that are in Australia. I guess this must just be a thing in Australian TV, as you have like mainline TV slots, so like an hour and a half perhaps with adverts. Does that make sense? Like 50-minute show, hour and a half with adverts, something like that. Are you going to be sick on me? You're going to be sick on me, Mr. Biscuits. So, my loves, the last episode we watched of Wife Swap was particularly interesting. Oh, have you discovered my chain? Do you like that? Are you nibbling that? My little hellhound. You can't nibble that. You did nibble Louis's lovely tracksuit the other day, and I was like, oh dear, you're naughty. Very naughty. The last episode we watched of Wife Swap, my lovelies, was quite meta because it was actually a YouTube family versus farm family, if that makes sense. Oh, have you found another thing you want? No. Oh, tassels and tags and chains. You're being difficult. Look, you're not tired. You're very nibbly. You can't go down there. Not on YouTube, my little lovely. So the last episode we watched of Wife Swap actually created quite a conversation in the comments. I feel like every episode we watch of a Wife Swap franchise just seems to bring out the most bizarre discourse in the comments, and I welcome it, my lovely. Share any opinions you want in any of these videos that we watch here on the Chanel in the comments, because I'm always lurking. I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say. So, one of the top comments on that episode, my lovely, is by Diana Pearl, and they say, that crazy white sterile house reminds me of something my child psychology professor said. A healthy home for a child looks like a child lives there. All their clothes hanging 1 inch apart, no toys out, no personal space to express themselves, like their rooms. It's like living in a stranger's house. You are always on edge because nothing feels yours. I can kind of relate to this a little bit, actually, because if you were to see the state of my desk, you'd be like, my goodness, what sort of rapscallion lives here? Wouldn't they, Biscuit? Yes, they'd be like, how dare you? I very much love the phrase, empty desk, empty mind. If your desk is so clean, clear, crystal, wonderful, like you're a TikTok lifestyle influencer who just pulls a book out of a drawer and writes what to do today, gets a coffee and puts it back. I think, no. It's like that aesthetic TikTok of doing taxes. Like, no, that is not for me. My creativity, because I'm ADHD, is so chaotic and all over the place. If I was to have kids, I would expect them to have toys around the place. I would expect them to express themselves. I realize as a non-parent and as a child-free person myself, it's kind of easy. The grass is greener and all that. Don't throw stones in glass.
How vile.
So while I understand that it is difficult to be a parent, and obviously that consumes your entire life, and you still kind of want to have a household by yourself, obviously. If a child lives in your house, it's gonna look like a child is there. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like you can instill quite a lot of things in beings by giving them the opportunity to express themselves. And as I've said, children need to be bored. If they're bored with the toys they have, that's where personality development has. Don't be like, oh my God, iPad.
I'll tell you what, Tom. I'll tell you what.
Die.
So, I have never watched a show from New Zealand. I don't think I've seen any of these episodes that we're going to watch in this series. So this series has about 9 episodes, I believe. We're going to watch number 1 today, which is season 1, episode 1, girls. So any of my little New Zealand Kiwis out there, leave something in the comments. Yeah, leave a little heart. Leave an entire Kiwi bird. Why not? Can you believe that they lay an egg that's like practically the size of their entire body? How hateful is that? Grab yourself a beverage. I'm going to be on the Monster Ultra Fiesta today, although I'm just about to dash to the fridge and get one. My Ohrhanger are still out of action, so I'm very sorry. Am I? I don't know. Today's very strange energy in the studio today, my lovelies. I am pre-filming because I am going to be in Liverpool for Eurovision next week. I have to do a lot of work this week, and I might just die. So, my lovelies, settle in, jump on an aeroplane with me for 27 hours, and let's go to New Zealand, girls. Oh, and I know everyone's going to be asking where I have this necklace from and this top. This is by Killstar. The top is also by Killstar. Everything today is by Killstar.
Tonight on Wife Swap, a mum who's sick of being taken for granted swaps with a family where dad literally does it all.
Does it all?
She become like a princess.
I get up at 4:45 every morning and do my housework. I wish I had a bit more.
You couldn't pay me to get up at 4:45 in the morning and do housework. I mean, you just couldn't. So immediately I want to say that this version of Wife Swap is completely different to the Australian Wife Swap. Australian Wife Swap feels like we're very much watching a Michael Bay Transformers movie with the beach shot and the music and the dramatic reverb on the narration echo of the ladies. It's a lot. So we're going to see
a busy mum who's got it all, who gets up at 4:45, changing houses with a father who does it all.
Should I be a TV announcer?
No.
Help, but then I feel that if you want something done, you got to do it yourself.
Yes,
Expectations are smashed.
Oh, look at that lip
Patience
filler.
is tested.
Patience,
And
girls.
wives get pushed to the limit.
Trampoline.
Rules get broken at
Jiggle
every
that
turn.
woman.
Scrap all those rules apart from the cooking.
No.
No.
It's not happening.
No.
As they
it's
swap
not allowed.
lives for
Swap
1
lives.
week.
No one likes cleaning toilets. No one likes scrubbing out dirty showers. Those sort of roles you should be doing anyway if your husband's at work.
Sorry.
It's the ultimate culture clash.
Thank you very much.
I mean, like, are we going to have some traditional stereotypes here? So I am very much of the opinion of if you want to have a family, and let's just say, not just like first baby, it's like your 2.4 children. You've had 4 kids. You've got a breadwinner of the family, whoever that is. That could be the matriarch, that could be the patriarch. I do kind of feel that, like, there is somewhat of an expectation for the spouse to be the homely person, like cooks and cleans, make sure the children aren't killing themselves.
Good heavens.
And I very much am of the opinion that it doesn't matter what gender you are to do that. I feel like it's an agreement that needs to be made, like, pretty early on in your relationship, because those values they tend to sort of permeate everything else in life as well. If you have very traditionalist values where you say, like, the man should always go out and earn a living and the woman should stay at home and bake bread. Like, if you have that specific idea set of your values in the early stages of dating, I feel like that's very necessary to discuss. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
Wine mums.
On Wife Swap, New Zealand.
Oh, she's white this time.
Time to meet the Meows.
The Meows.
Here's Jackie and Jackson, who's 3, daughter Lewin, who's 12,
Lewin.
Jessie, 9, and here's Mum, Lay.
Mum. Hello, Mum.
My father knows
Oh,
him
look at the
first.
dog.
And then my father think, oh, this is nice boy. I've got a daughter. And at that time, he was single. And my father said, great.
Parents
I'm gonna
being like,
introduce
go
to my
on,
daughter."
go on.
What do you think? I'm not
that
bad,
looks
eh?
True story.
You think it was
Well, they seem bubbly and lovely.
Oldest daughter name is Li Wen, and she's nearly 12. She is so good. I'm so proud of her. When she's playing drum, you will see, oh, she's rocking girl.
I was going to say, I love her hairstyle. It's kind of taking me back to that MySpace era, like swoop flyhawk fringe with lots of volume on this side and the back. Jet black. Love that so much.
My other daughter is Jessie.
Oh,
She
pixelation.
is so smart and helpful. Yeah, she is really good.
Okay, so far it sounds like stable, lovely family.
It's so good to be a mom.
Mom is funny and she likes to play around.
I feel like they make the best mums that can actually have like a bit of fun. You know, like not take life 100% seriously all the time. Like fun mums, they really do set you up for like a thriving life, don't they? Everyone loves a fun mum. Look at this denim outfit. What is this? Have you seen the cuffs? Are they no, what's this called? Collar. It kind of goes like, bustier into the belt. Oh, she's a fashion queen.
The household,
Right.
Daddy is a boss because I don't want to take any responsibility. I just want to have an easy life. Yeah, so Daddy
What's the
is
phrase? Happy wife, happy life.
I can't wait to die.
doing the more patient for the kids.
All the important things is go for her. Yeah. Hospital or school, everything. Yeah. I just do the easy job. Drop off, cooking, clean. That's it.
Interesting. It sounds like they have a pretty solid dynamic.
Tell her sleeping. Just sleeping. Relax.
I hope she can enjoy it. Have a rest.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Have a
What's
cup of
that?
tea and drink a cup of wine. And I watch
A little tipple of wine
Their
for
swap
Mummy.
is with the
Mummy's got the
Summerfields.
Chablis
Paul the
out.
dad, son Blake is
Summerfield.
18, Liam's 15, and here's mum, Emma.
Mum.
It's actually 23 years this year we've been together.
How old were we? 16?
Nearly 17,
Yeah.
Wow, met at
Emma is
16.
an amazing mum. I'll take my hat off to her. She can be.
I find that jarring. I know that's very ordinary for like typical heterosexual couples, shall we say? It's like, we met at sweet 16.
Still together, 48, absolutely hate each other.
Like, I feel like that's very typical. That's a very typical relationship. I cannot imagine. Like, at 16, I was a very different human being than I am now. I was a bodybuilding, black-haired twunk. Because I was like, no, I can't be trans. No, raw eggs. And I mean, I still do the weightlifting now, but still, much more fashion. If I'd have stayed with my first boyfriend who I met at, I think I was 19 and he was older. But if we were still together now, I'd be, no, just not for me, no.
Throw it away in the outside garbage.
A bit over the top, but it's only because she likes everything her way and stuff.
Okay.
To the point where if I try and do something, she'll go, oh, you didn't do it good enough. So I sort of take a bit of a step back.
Okay, all right.
I get up at 4:45 every morning and do my housework
Could you imagine?
thoroughly. I do everything from like dusting, vacuuming, mopping
Why? Like, a house is a finite area. Why do you need to get up that early?
the floors, get the kids sort of breakfast and lunches all done. And yeah, I sort of do my main like bathroom
Oh,
cleaning.
actually, I suppose that's something to consider, isn't it? I don't know what school and education systems are like in other countries. I would say it's approximately 8:30 is when you start in the UK. Approximately. It can change. It could be like 9 a.m. It could be 8 a.m. Anywhere between 8 and 9 is usually where like a state school will start in the UK. So like the idea of getting up at 4:45 to do housework, if you're doing that every day, does your floor need to be hoovered every single day at 4:45?
Honestly, I cannot wait to die.
And that in the weekend, what I do a day, most people wouldn't do in a year.
I do kind of hate seeing people on their phones while someone's cleaning around them.
If you want something done, you've got to do it yourself. I'm gone by 6:30 in the morning and home by 6:30 at night.
Oh,
so
what?
yeah, they sort of have to get themselves up, organised and off to school and back. So we don't really do much together. It's sort of like Paul and I will just hang out when we got the chance, but otherwise the kids just sort of do
She
their
actually
own thing.
works
They
as
can go out
well.
with his mates and Liam just sort of games all day. I shouldn't have said that.
We do have some
Engaged.
activities, but it's just rare, pretty much. Yeah. But we do interact every day.
Yeah.
Whether it's telling them off or telling Blake no or telling Liam off because he's screaming too loud or something.
Well,
we do
that's
it.
not-
That's interesting. It's like, tell us about your family. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Tell my son off. That's a bit like, I know it's said with like a bit of a giggle, but I do feel there is somewhat truth in jest. And I'm gonna say something here. Apart from maybe one episode, we've kind of seen the fathers be a bit of like question mark. And I don't know if this is just like typical heterosexual culture where men are just like expected very different things in the parental roles. I don't know. I kind of brought myself up, so, you know. I think I'm doing all right, let's be honest.
Interacting.
Interacting
I just
with your
really
children.
want to see what it's like from a different perspective of
She has to wake up at 4:45 every day to clean the toasty maker.
Good heavens.
where the husband does majority of the stuff and what it's actually like to
shaking in excitement.
Sort of have a bit more time to yourself. And, yeah,
Right.
not run such a full-on household and work so much. Yeah, so it'd be really cool just to see how the other half live.
Oh, interesting.
It's the morning of the swap,
Oh.
and Emma and Leigh are packing to leave.
The weather in New Zealand looks
I'm really
gorgeous.
anxious about going. It's scaring me. It's just unknown. I'm terrified.
I'm not surprised.
Just worry about
I would feel so worried about like a show like this, just because I have very specific values in my life. Big titty lady videos on the internet. Praise Satan. Lilith was the first woman. No, not really. And I don't know if I would ever gel with anyone outside of my immediate friendship circle, let alone go and live with them for a week and have to look after their children.
son. Yeah, because he sleep with me every day. And if I'm leaving, he might cry.
The whole thought of coming back here and everything being moved around and like changed and messy is scaring me. Something
Messy.
that's been one of my major anxieties about actually leaving and coming back. So yeah.
But they've got so many pets. They've got a cat, a bird, and a dog.
On my mind constantly.
And two children.
Need to pack for the party as well. If it's got a party, then I want this one.
Is there a party? Sparkly lady at the party. Oh, she's off. She's got her Louis Vuitton and her oversized hoodie. Sweater. Oh,
Okay.
confiscated.
Fine.
You're gonna look after them, okay?
Okay.
I'll miss you.
Good fun, eh?
Where are the children? I guess they're probably at school or something. Oh no, just waving at them. Oh, there they are. Exit stage left.
Both hugs I've had on.
Goodbye.
For a year.
I will miss your
Alright.
turtle shell glasses.
Let's go before I lose my shit.
I'm going to enjoy my holiday. Don't worry about me.
Into the black vans. Off you go.
That is the real thing. Snatched.
Never seen again.
Love you. I will miss you.
None of the families know where they're going.
I'm extremely anxious. I feel. Ugh.
I'm so excited. To try the new thing always is the best.
Lei sounds so like level-headed and wonderful. She's not like shocked by anything. She's just like, this is what's happening now. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Are you?
No.
I in my life would be like, are they going to have the type of moisturizer that I like? Okay. Giggly lady in the back
Before
seat.
they meet their new families, Emma and Leigh get a chance for a good snoop around their new homes.
Oh, she's got a trainer song. The Lord's Prayer.
This looks really tidy. Let's have a look.
Oh, she's got a lovely dress. Right.
Nice and comfortable.
Little kids.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. I think I'm worse than when I was at home.
Oh wow.
She wishes she was
she's
at
so
home
beautiful.
immediately.
My husband will be happy.
Is that an Oscar?
Best wife.
Oh.
Okay, I'll ask my husband to give this one for me.
Oh, she's got a tattoo. Fun mum with fun tattoo.
Oh no, there's a little one. A little boy. Feeling so anxious about looking after a really young child. I can't work out whether there's 3 or 4 kids. The ages are really young.
Both wives have written detailed manuals
A
with the
denim
rules
skirt.
and daily
Oh,
schedules.
look! Not an iPad. Okay, so no, the budget is very small compared to Australia. Australia was like, Michael Bay presents to you the iPad child.
She's dead.
Immediate screaming.
Household explained. For the first 2 days, they must follow these rules, but
Right.
then they can write their own.
Right.
Hello and welcome to my
Hello.
home. My name is Lee and my household consists of 5 members, including myself, my husband Jackie, eldest daughter Lewin, 12, Jessie, 9, and lastly, the youngest in the family, our son Jackson, 3, as in Jack's son. Yeah, I think I feel better once I meet them. But yeah, right now it's just
She's very panicked.
nerves.
Who and I are childhood sweetheart, getting together at age 16. Wow.
Jackie is a very
young.
hard worker, but he loves to have fun too. He is very helpful around the home. Wow, doing most of the cooking, great, and helping out with the children. That's going to be nice. Bit of a break.
As from looking after the home, I am the manager at the dental practice in the
Oh,
Pacific.
so not only is the wife like full-time employed, she's also a manager, which is a lot of work anyway, but she also manages the household. I feel like there might be a lot on mum's plates, actually.
That is disgusting.
Who is working rotating shifts between overnight and days.
Oh, shift
we are
work.
sometimes like ships in the night, but it keeps us missing each other.
Shift work is so like anti-family, isn't it, really?
Lewin is 12. She loves music, dancing, and acting, and is learning the drums. She is one of just 9 children in New Zealand with Treacher-Collins syndrome. Wow. You may have seen the condition in the Julia Roberts movie Wonder. But I haven't heard of Treacher-Collins syndrome, and nor have I seen the Julia Roberts movie.
I have not heard of
Wonder,
it. I don't know the first thing about
a
it.
little unsure. Probably a lot of questions for Lewin.
Who is a terrible cook. Oh my goodness. How is... What are we gonna...
Oh, there is something that's a bit like, about self-confessed terrible cooks. I feel like it's such a fundamental human thing. Like, let's just say you find yourself in the middle of nowhere. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's just say you find yourself without your wife. somewhere, but you've got to cook yourself a meal. If you can't make basic nutrition meal for yourself to keep yourself alive, red flag for me, sis.
Flag victory.
Eat. And only really operates the barbecue.
Oh, he's that kind of a man.
Are you that sort?
Barbecue every day.
Barbecue
I
man.
like it.
The wait is over, and now it's
she
time
looks
for Lay
petrified.
and Emma
She's like,
to
"Who
meet
is
their
this?"
families.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, flowers.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you. Hello. I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Emma.
How are you?
Oh, he hates her. He's like, no.
Time for a brow lift.
Where's my mother?
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Bury the
thank
swan.
you. That is the sweetest thing ever. Thank you. I hope my boys were just as organised for your mum.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How you going?
Hello.
Stand up, madam.
Yeah.
Big grown-up kids on pool.
Right.
My name's Slay. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Slay, yeah, nice to meet you.
Cream.
You're really handsome.
Oh, thank you.
Very handsome.
There's another one.
Oh, there's more.
Lots of children. Look at that
I don't wanna
kitchen.
leave.
Oh, gorgeous. One-floor houses. I don't know if this is a single-story home. Are one-floor houses very common in like New Zealand? Is that a common like house structure?
Our home. Hope you're going to have a lot of fun in here.
No.
Jessie Lee. Thank you so much. That is just
It's
beautiful.
all very polite,
I'm feeling a lot
polite
better now that I've
ladies.
met everyone. Everyone's lovely. The kids are super cute and
Cute.
so thoughtful. Like the cards and the flowers was just such a nice touch. I actually feel sorry for them. I'm going to my house to put up with my boys. It's like, oh. But no, yeah, it feels a lot better now that I've met everyone. Yeah.
I know you are not a good cook. I'm a bad cook as well.
Are you?
Oh dear. Takeaways
Are
every
you a
day.
bad cook? Or are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. Yeah. So you're gonna sing about what you're gonna eat today? We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure out for the cooking. No worry. It's okay.
Oh, she is a fun mum, but I can tell she has a little streak of like, this is what we're going to do. Don't you dare deviate from the plan.
I am onto something huge here.
Kind of love that. Kind of love that. Sometimes men, sometimes cis-het men need a bit of like, go on, off you go and do something. Like they need a bit of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Are you dribbling on the floor? Oh, little biscuit.
Human can eat everything.
So who does the cooking in your house then?
My husband.
Are you joking?
No.
Why is he like flabbergasted?
Hey.
They cook.
Aye?
Tables are turned here. Yeah, I think my dad's like finding the situation as weird as I find it.
It must be a bit of a weird
He's so
concept.
used to his wife or my mom doing pretty much everything. Yeah.
Can I ask about this?
I'm getting the vibe. I may be jumping the gun here, my lovelies, but I'm getting the vibe very much of like, what's the phrase? Okay, I'm just gonna say it, girls. Slay me in the comments if you want. Weaponized incompetence. I feel like I'm getting the vibe. If you know what it is, you know. If you don't, it's when a man usually in the dynamic is like,
Well, if I try and do it, I'll always do it wrong, so I just don't bother.
and it's like, well, someone has to pick up the slack, and that usually goes to the wife. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's like weaponized incompetence of like, well, why don't you just do it? You'll do it better than me. It's like, that's not the point, sis. No.
Is that tea?
Oh, dancing. One is Monday morning trampoline.
Trampolining
That's why
on a
I know.
Monday
You
morning.
guys will have to teach me.
That's what they do. So which one is my wife?
Amazing.
Rather to his surprise.
Trampoline dance in the morning.
I can't wait to die.
It's very, what was that? Was the last episode we watched where that child was doing like 8 ballet classes a week? Imagine being like, I do bunny trampolining 48 times a day.
It's ketamine and MDMA.
Do you know, I absolutely love trampolining. I love really athletic things. I always love gymnastics and trampolining. And do you know what I was told in school?
There's not enough people in the class to do trampolining, girls.
I know it!
Cooking duties, and after 2 hours roasting, the meal's finally
Roast
ready.
a chicken. Oh, don't say chicken.
Enjoy my dinner.
Thank
Is
you.
it just chicken?
All right, you're welcome. So what do you rate that chicken, Blake, out of 10?
4.
About 6.
Really?
Some,
Death!
it's good.
Oh dear.
But not as good as a restaurant kind of chicken, you know.
At least it'll fill your belly.
maybe Paul will be a little bit worried about me because I'm not a good cooker. And but I was surprised.
I do feel like...
Just keep it secret, please.
Oh, can she cook? Is that the joke?
It's 9:15 and all the kids are still up. I've gone to bed. Yeah, they seem to have really late nights, and you know they've got school tomorrow and stuff. And yeah, it's just
at 9:15. Late. Oh, well, she does get up at like 4:45.
You know, I just feel they
for the toaster maker.
Meet a little bit earlier, maybe.
I'm so happy to swap to this family, and
she's so up for anything. I love it.
So I will learn lots.
Next.
So people like Lay don't make great TV, but they do make wonderful people in your life.
It's day two of the wife swap houses.
Daytona
and Lay's
Beach.
Up super early.
Bungalow.
Sticking to Emma's
6
housework
kilograms
rules.
into the microwave. Take me out, girls. Let's not bother. Right. What's this? 5:45. Hoover the rug.
Yeah.
4:45.
Should have tied a mop.
Do you know? Am I gonna sound a bit unrelatable content here? I cannot for the life of me stand Hoovers that you have to like slightly bend to operate. I used to have a Henry Hoover and it would kill my back constantly. I made the conscious decision to go cordless a while ago. I love my cordless Dyson. The idea that I can just be like, oh my goodness, mess, quick, done. Oh, it's so easy. You don't have to faff around with anything. So much easier.
The Lois tile. When he's going anywhere, then we'll be mopping it.
Mop the floor, girls. Oh, struggle bus. Population 1.
Normally, I never can wake up at 6:30. Crazy. Jesus.
This poor wife that has to like do all of this and then have a full day's work as a manager.
She's just looking after for everyone.
Yeah, full-time
Emma's
babysitter.
Day, under Lay's rules, means a far more leisurely start to the day.
So I'm heading to trampoline class this morning.
Trampolining.
Something I'm not overly comfortable with. I don't
Look at the
exercise,
lip filler.
so it's going to be very interesting.
She has had a little bit of migration on that lip filler. It might be worth some hyaluronidase and a reapplicazione, perhaps. But I didn't say that. You didn't hear that from me. Now.
But yeah, not looking forward to it one bit. Jackie did warn me that one of the other friends did it and had to take 2 weeks off. So I'm not looking forward to it at all.
An elegant posterior. Come on, girls. Bounce that body.
You don't go high, instead you smooth push down on the trampoline.
This looks like
let's
great
get started.
exercise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's so hard trying to balance. And,
Should I get a trampoline?
Like it, so yeah. That's really awkward. I'm trying not to insult anyone, but it's just like I just can't keep a straight face. I'm just like...
I can imagine it. Well, the thing is, like, when you're pushed into anything that is out of your comfort zone, a lot of people do respond with, like, awkward giggling. I feel like that's quite a normal response. I'm not really a giggler, but I do get, like, resting panic bitch face, so I'm kind of, like, panicked, but my face is like...
How dare you?
For when I'm immediately not the best at something. Do you know what I mean? Can you relate that? So I'm not surprised that she's having this exact reaction.
Right, left, right, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, if you're thrown in at the deep end, it's a little bit like, what?
Probably
What am I
something I
doing?
would do again, but it's definitely got me interested in
it's like
actually doing
choreograph
something for myself
and
like that and getting a bit more active. I haven't exercised that much all
That
my life.
literally looks exhausting. What great cardio.
So I think you were joking yesterday when you said to me you couldn't cook.
I want to surprise you. La 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 la.
Comedy queen.
She played me on the first night and made me look like a bit of an idiot around the kitchen, but hey, I took control, I managed it. I'm not used to cooking. I don't cook every day. I can whip up a barbecue, I can cook some meals.
She didn't make a fool of you. That's a bit strong. I feel like this is one of these men that's like, if you say anything that could potentially be perceived as a bruise to the ego, it's like, well, good luck. Like, no, she didn't, she was just like, no, I'm terrible at cooking. That's not awful. That's not, like, that's not evil. That's not an evil joke. That's not there to ridicule you. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that situation we've just watched there, because I feel like I don't really like that scene. Further investigation is required.
The price is good.
Surprise, chicken. Yeah, he's like damaged ego there. He's like, how dare you make me look like a fool on television? Oh,
In stark contrast,
I've seen that look from men before, and it's like, under the table, he's like gripping fists like this. I do not like that, no.
Jackie's introducing Emma to a place he finds some inner peace.
Amazing.
Wow, it's so big.
It is. Jackie's extremely proud of his culture and where he's come from, and he's, you know, always explaining it to me, and he's really enjoying spending time with me, I think, to teach me and show me how things are done.
This one for
I
you.
would
You
leap
can
at the
put your
chance.
name, your family name, your son,
Yeah.
and
Oh, wow.
have wish on that. They will.
So write all my family names on there.
No, you just put your wish.
Oh.
You can't write too much, but you can your son or your husband.
I want to be rich.
Fortune.
Jackie has just been showing me a lot of their religion, and it's really interesting. Just such a nice environment. I've learnt so much. Wow, it's such an amazing experience.
That's so cool.
No picking grass.
Coming here has just been like really neat. Like it's just showing you like that mindfulness and just to, you know, like stop and enjoy everything.
Yeah, I feel like mindfulness is one of those things that actually, like, it's very easy to say, like, practice more mindfulness, everybody. Everybody think about what you're doing. It's actually quite a skill to be able to almost dissociate your future, which is what I feel like we're constantly doing. In my life, I'm constantly planning for what's about to happen or what's going to happen. That quite often, I forget to actually enjoy what's actually happening in this moment. Oh, little biscuit.
When I go
That
in
was a
there,
nice
I
little
saw you
section.
hang all the clothes. Thank you.
I didn't wash yours because
It's all right.
I didn't know if I didn't want to damage it.
It's all right. Don't worry. I just did it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it would have been nice if there was no washing for me when I woke up this morning. I think Lay is a very spoilt wife, and maybe her husband doesn't know how to say no or ask for her to do more. So maybe you might learn a few things or two being here.
Yeah, I already learned quite a lot.
Yeah,
That's good.
She's very much learned that she doesn't ever want to see you again, sir.
So what sort of things have you learned?
I think
on the spot.
when I get home, I probably will share some work for my husband.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not really fair. And she is the superwoman. Yeah, she is a hero.
Is she a superwoman or is she taken for granted? Were you silent or were you silenced?
She working 12 hours, but she still can looking after us for everything. What kind of life is this?
Yeah.
You know what?
Said with a giggle, but what kind of life is this?
You know what? I'm feel shy now. I thought I was a really hard worker. True.
Yeah.
But when I see you and Emma, sorry. Oh.
It's fine.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Just take a minute. It's all good. We work pretty hard, but it's a matter of having to. Do you want to make my dinner for work?
Oh, way to kill a moment. That was really strange. That was like, she was having a bit of like a heartfelt realization about like how someone else lives. I didn't exactly feel like she was maybe saying that he worked really hard. I think there, just from my opinion, just from my, like what we've seen throughout all of these shows and this one, that specific moment there, I feel like she felt some kind of like empathy for how hard Emma works to keep everything going. And she kind of extended almost like an olive branch there of being like, you both work so hard. Whilst he's literally just going,
Protein, girls, get your protein. You want to make my dinner, girls?
no. Ooh.
We got 10 of Jackie's friends coming for a barbecue tonight, so he's doing all the cooking and all the preparation and told me to go and relax. If it was our house, like Paul would be more likely just to fire up the barbecue and stuff like that. So yeah, it is quite cool to see how different it is. Have you ever cut yourself with that?
No, when you're using this one, your finger not like this. You have to do it like this. Everything you cut just like that. So even you talking,
Very
you won't be
skilled.
cutting your finger.
I've said this before in like many of the other wife swap things. I feel like cooking is such a like, I was going to say syndicate. It's such a syndicate activity. Like everyone needs to be a bit involved with cooking, you know? If you're going to have a party or something, I feel like everyone in your household should be involved with a little something, you know, a little bit, even if it's just a little thing, be like, prepare the salad or, you know, whatever it is, just something to be like, oh yeah, and this was done all together to make this event happen. Previously, on Christmas dinners, for example, I have very much been taken advantage of, and all of the cooking and things has fallen onto my lap. And you know what was really lovely this year is that for the first time in a stable relationship, I felt like I was appreciated, and it was absolutely wonderful. And I must also say, it's one of these things of you don't realise what your life is like until you experience something very different.
I heard about what she's doing at home, working every day, and I told her just get holiday here, relax. I don't want she do too much work in my house. Keep warm.
Imagine that other guy saying, imagine that other husband saying, I don't want my wife to do too much work around the house. He would never say that, would he? He'd be like, where's my dinner?
Oh, it's a dumpling.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I love a dumpling, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. My wife stay here.
Thank you.
And Runa, Nikki sit on the side.
Okay.
Oh, how is this going to end? This seems...
Oh, really? Far away.
She look after all the ladies.
Ah.
I drink all the men.
Okay, teamwork makes the dream.
Overwhelming. I've met no one before.
Ooh, what's
and
that?
here they come with like all
A
these,
UFO of
flowers,
wine.
It's amazing that they have made me feel extremely welcome. I've never felt as welcome in anyone else's home as I have in their house. It's just been amazing. Just, yeah, one of the best experiences I've done in my life.
That's so cute.
Okay, the first thing, we welcome Emma to our home.
Thank you very much.
Oh, isn't that nice? This is not happening in the other household. Here we go.
I'm gonna start missing my husband. Yeah. All the good time, I will start missing him. I would like to share with him. If he's here, it'll be great.
Rule change tomorrow, so I feel that I'm definitely going to
I wonder what rules are going to change.
By a certain time, especially Jackson, who's only 3. And, yeah, just a few other things that I'm thinking might have to happen as well.
I don't feel like we saw a section like this little vloggy, what not to wear style portion in Wife Swap Australia. I don't think we saw that. Did we see that and I've just blocked it out? Because that whole show was just so dramatic from start to finish. I didn't really know what I was watching in every episode.
It's all changed today.
All changed, girls.
And the Swap Wives are preparing their brand new rules.
Feeling a little bit nervous because I don't really want to step on anyone's toes and such, but I definitely think that there need to be some rules put in place. Jackie takes on way too much around the house, and I just feel it should be spread out a bit more. There's, you know, enough people here that can help him.
Today, the role is going to change. I really want to improve something and make her feel much more easier. I just don't know how she's handled her life like
I think the husband is not going to like this.
No, I can't handle it. If it's me, I'll die straight away. I'm pretty sure.
She'd just die. Mind you, I would as well.
Hey,
I'm nobody's
guys.
living
I've had a
maid.
fantastic time with you all this week. However, there are a few things that I've noticed and think that we can improve on. So I've made some new rules, and here they are. Bedtime. The kids currently don't have a set bedtime, and everyone currently sleeps in the same room. You guys need to get a proper night's sleep before school. Wow. So the new rule is that Jackson needs to be in bed by 7 and the girls by 8:30. Everyone needs to have a shower before bed to feel ready for sleep and be in bed on time.
Okay, a bedtime is usually quite good.
I think that going bed too early is actually good for you because the time when you're sleeping, you actually grow.
Today is also going to be changed on my role, but thanks you guys to helping me for those past 2 days to follow the Emma's menu.
So what sort of rules are you going to put in place for us then? Are we going to agree with them, or are we going to disagree with them, or are we going to like these new rules?
Well, tough shit, sir.
I don't know.
Well, best you let us know what these new rules are.
Why is he taking charge of the situation? This is not about you, sir. This is about Lay's, like, this is how we're going to do things for a little while. Literally, what is it, like 2 days? Literally 2 days. And he's like, well, are we going to agree or disagree? Like, he's so, it's all about me. It's my special day.
Yes, I'm going to go through it. The first rule is the boy don't do any of the cooking in the house. So they're gonna leave the home. So I think tonight we will help. They're gonna help me to prepare to cook the dinner meal. So
yes.
we're gonna work as a team.
Yes.
I'm going to do the main job. You guys probably just help me to, I will show you how to cut a veggie.
Yes. So when you first arrived, you told me you couldn't cook. So now that all of a sudden you can cook and you're a whiz around the kitchen. So I've got a mixed signal here. I'm not sure where you're coming from.
I just want to give you a surprise.
You want to implement this when you said to me you couldn't cook.
At the beginning, I was thinking I'm making fun. And maybe if I say I can't cook, you'll be so worried
but
about it.
This here is a serious matter. You have to be serious doing this. This is...
Oh, have some fun.
Don't take seriously.
It's cooking some chicken, not a dildo. Don't take it so hard.
Oh, scandalous.
Jackie has so much to do in the morning, cooking breakfast, making lunches, and helping you all get ready for school on time. I think the girls are more than capable to help out. So the new rule is, Jessie's in charge of making breakfast, and Luwin can make school lunches.
Yeah. I'm actually not quite sure what to make for breakfast.
Oh, did you see that? She was so up for it. She was like, yes, we're going to do that. I don't know what to make, but we're going to do it. Like, how up and fun and lovely is that? See, this is the difference when you create a household that's warm, welcoming, full of fun, full of life, full of flavour, and full of, like, enjoyment, versus running a house like a business. Like, you just can't have fun. like this husband doesn't sound like he ever has fun at home, ever. Everything is a problem all the time. Everything's done wrong. If he's not immediately had his needs seen to, there's an issue. Like, it's very that, isn't it?
Like our partner doing most of the housework.
I disagree with that.
So tomorrow we will share the housework and we will
I disagree.
start
Well,
at 8.
Okay, so since you've been here, I've done all the housework.
I hang in the clothes as well.
You've done the washing, so now I've already taken that role up, so that rule doesn't apply to me. In my eyes, you haven't done any housework since you've been here.
Paul doesn't want to share the house cleaning, and he think I did less, so he wanted to give me some more job to do. We're both going to do it.
Why should I have to do it when I've already been doing it since you've been here?
Because
well, if you've already been doing it, sir, what's the problem in doing it for another 2 days then?
Doing it since you've been here.
Because you're gonna be doing more help in the future for your wife.
Well, I can clean very well. I don't feel that she's done enough, and she wanted me to reverse the role and me do all the cleaning, but I did all the cleaning today.
I don't feel like that man has ever smiled in his life. Have you seen the frown? That frown is like, I don't know how to express joy.
I would like to scrap that rule.
Well, you can't. It's not a democracy.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I agree very much.
Yeah.
I just feel if he can do more help.
Imagine,
for his
if
wife.
this is what he's like on camera, imagine what he's like off of camera. Imagine what he's like in a heated debate. Imagine what he's like if he loses his temper. Not for me, girls.
More help.
You should want to love and help your wife to manage your life.
In the future, that's all.
Jackson's toys. The lounge has a big pile of toys in the corner. It's messy and they don't need to be there. New rule, all toys stay upstairs. If Jackson wants to play in the lounge, he can bring a few down at a time.
That's a lovely
but
idea.
they all must be put back upstairs when he's finished.
Okay, I mean, that's a very basic, like, household rule of just, like, put your toys away after you've used them, girls.
Bring the toy in his bedroom. Everything I agree that. That's what I want to do. But I didn't.
For the next 2 days, we're gonna eat dinner as a family on the table together.
Yes. I'm fine with that.
And then you can go for your skating and back time on the 9:30, and you can go for your iPad and do your own stuff.
I'm fine with that. So that's all
Family
the rules?
dinner?
Yeah.
Scrap all those rules apart from the cooking with the boys, helping you cook, and I want you to reverse the role, and I want to apply the rules to you.
I
Well,
think
get
he
off,
give me
sir.
some hard time.
Oh my God, the sun has decided to pay me a visit. Thank you for illuminating me on this day before I slay a disgusting man.
Throw it away in the outside garbage.
Oh, I do look really lovely from this. What is that? I don't look like this.
We're going to apply the one rule for the two boys, which is the cooking that they should be doing. I 100% got your back on that one. The rest of the rules I disagree with because they are already in place.
Yeah,
And since you've been here, you've not followed my wife's rules in the manual, so I'm reversing these rules you've given me. So I'm going
Is
to
production
apply
gonna be
these rules
like,
for you for the next
nah.
2 days. See if she enjoys her new rule.
The polite woman laugh. Who is familiar with that? I have had to do it so many times in my life of just like, I don't know how to respond to this, so a polite laugh and a little giggle will hopefully diffuse the situation. This isn't fun. Like, no, not
See
into
if
it.
she enjoys her new rule that I've challenged her with since she hasn't been doing it.
Everything up is...
He said that, so he was like...
Jackie and the kids have wasted no
Hateful.
time applying Emma's no toys rule.
More toys coming.
She didn't have a no toys rule. She was just like, no toys in the living room.
Put it in there. Jackie is like been amazing. He agreed with everything and seemed really excited about the new ideas
This
and
family
hoping
is
that
so
it stays in place when
stable,
Lay
a
gets
great
home.
example.
That looks good.
Yeah. Maybe I'm looking some wine candy. Put it in there. Put the more wine in there.
There you go. Yeah.
More wine.
Despite the table showdown, Lay carries on regardless and preps dinner with the boys.
This is a kind of traditional food from my hometown.
Yeah.
I'd like you guys to try it. I hope you can love it and enjoy it.
Probably will.
Probably more. Good
How
job.
encouraging.
Well done. It's nice.
Oh.
I agree with the rule that 2 boys cooking dinner, but
Take
I
your shoes
might
off in the house.
decide to break about it if she doesn't.
Otherwise, your wife will have to wake up at 4:45 to hoover the floor again.
Bitch!
Rule out of respect, and I will probably tell the boys not to follow one of her rules.
Emma's on a roll and soon tackles Jackson's bedtime.
And you go. What does it say? You tell me.
It's a sticker.
It's a sticker. Yeah.
A sticker.
Yeah.
Sticker.
The
Mouse.
A mouse.
Jackson's in bed with a bottle and it's 7:15 and it looks like he's about to nod off, so fingers crossed.
Who was reversed that? I don't mind. He thinks that is fair then. I don't care. I'm not really serious for everything. The funny thing is, he's taking serious for every single thing.
So
The girls, one of
seriously.
their roles was to be in bed showered and in bed by 8:30, and they were fine. They just went straight off and went to bed. Yeah, so hopefully they'll keep that in place, and I think it's going to take a lot of practice with Jackson to finally get him to go to sleep.
It's dawn at the Meows and the first full day
Oh,
of
look
Emma's
at
new
that house. Do you remember when earlier I was like, has everyone got like a one-story? No, that is a gorgeous home. Look at that balcony. Oh, I could sunbathe naked on that balcony.
You are the worst!
rules.
The girls were fantastic. They were up this morning cooking breakfast and making the lunches.
People love
and they
a
all
task.
seemed genuinely quite happy about it. They needed
Giving
no prompting
kids
at all.
responsibility,
They were
they
just,
actually
really
quite like
good.
it. As long as they're treated like adults in a way, almost like treated like if you give children some level of like authority of like, this is how they're going to do it. This is how you want us to do it. We'll be part of your plan instead of being like, you just go and do that. Children love encouragement. They love it.
I had to get up early this morning because I was making breakfast for everyone.
Yes.
I'm really tired
Yes.
because I don't normally wake up this early.
Meanwhile, Paul calls Lay to the kitchen.
Oh, God, does
Okay,
he?
so here's just the basic reverse rule that I want you to follow this morning.
Yeah.
Have a look at it. Clean the main toilet, the shower, scrub the shower walls and the door, and vacuum the family room. It's not a massive list. It's just a little bit more involved than just hanging out washing, because that's easy. No one likes cleaning toilets. No one likes scrubbing out.
Punishment kink. He's got a dominant punishment kink. His head should be used to clean that toilet.
Dirty showers, those sort of roles you should be doing anyway if your husband's at work. That's why I reversed it.
Those sort of rules you should be doing anyway if your husband's at work.
It's an easy job
Wife
for me,
works
actually.
longer than
I
you,
can
apparently.
do it at home.
What do we even know what this husband does apart from just shake protein shakers around the place?
It's just me since my husband doesn't like me to do it. Because I've hurt my back 12 years ago. It was very bad at that time. My whole leg have no feeling on it. And I was staying in the hospital for about 2 weeks time. But at that time, my oldest daughter was just nearly 2 months. And it was so hard for us. Sometimes I will have to lie down for 1 day after. I know how to protect myself now. It's a life. You have to learn it.
She's so lovely. What is he doing?
No, I promise. If you walk all week, you'll feel great.
Come on, I only have 30 minutes to sleep.
Before you walk to school.
What?
So we were so organised this morning with the girls being up early and doing breakfast and helping out a bit more and making their own lunches that we had like an hour to kill before school. So we were trying to convince Jessie to walk, but no, she needed adult supervision apparently, although she's definitely old enough, and considering the school's very close, she wasn't going to have a bar of it. So the whole family ended up walking Jessie to school this morning.
Right, what's wrong
with that?
And
it was fine. We all really enjoyed the walk. Jackson and Jackie had heaps of time when they got back to get organised to go to daycare and work.
Lovely. What a lovely morning activity.
Oh, my husband is so great. I'm missing him so much. I'm really appreciate. He's been looking after me very well. Yeah. Not like pool. Sorry.
Well, having Lay here has taught me how to be a little bit more independent and a bit more helpful around the house, as, I've sort of taken control, probably shouldn't have, but she seems like a very good character, full of life, probably a bit too much full of life.
See? He can't control her, so he's like, she's got too much. Imagine saying someone that you know has got too much life. She's full of too much life. That to me is like, let's pressure her until she gets broken and then can just be my live-in maid. That, disgusting. That to me is one giant red flag at the entire red flag factory. No, I've seen it before, I've experienced it myself. Absolutely not. No time at all for men who think that their wives could potentially ever have too much life. In the bin.
Probably a bit too much full of life.
Because normally at home, where I do a lot of fun with my husband, sometimes I skate him and I make fun, and sometimes I just have a lot of fun with my kids as well, but he's not that kind of person, so I stopped.
Emma, she does a lot for us. It's made me realise heaps.
I don't believe this man is going to have a change of heart.
So hopefully I'll be working on that in the future.
I don't think he's looking after Emma. Emma just like a machine, running for 24 hours, 7 days, never have a rest. She's working and then cleaning, working, cleaning. Looking
Horrible.
after
That is
3
not alive.
boys. Even her husband like, boy, baby, need to feed him. Come on, baby.
Very that.
Open your mouth.
Very that.
Cakes are on the menu at the Meow.
Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, butter. All around the sides. So Lee had a hospital appointment today, so she was home from school, so we decided to do a little bit of baking and spend some one-on-one time together. And yeah, it was really cool. We had such a good time. Just put it in there.
You should get eggs. I also enjoy baking. It's such a shame that nearly every recipe is like, now put in 8 kilos of sugar for 7,000 calories.
I'm going to cream.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the bonding with Lee Wen, and I think, if anything, I've learnt that, just give anything a go. She's just so confident, and, she tries everything.
This is the difference between a house that's run in encouragement as opposed to strict.
She doesn't let anything hold her back. Perfect.
So, Lay, what do you think about this process?
I feel more appreciated for my husband, and I learned a lot. And also, I learned a lot from your kids as well. You are really good parents.
Well, we try to be the best we can. We're not perfect, mate, but
I learned a lot from you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Let me join your family.
That's all right. So maybe next time
she knows how to play the game.
In Hollywood or anything like that, you could get your husband a best husband trophy. This one here, I bought my wife.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? At the beginning, I was thinking I'm going to ask my husband to buy this one for me. How funny I was. But he is. Hey, I can buy this one next time when I go to Hollywood. Yeah.
But he can buy it, you can buy it for him, and it will have best husband on it.
Yeah, that's right. And he will say, worst wife.
Because the girls have to go to bed, so...
Oh, she knows how to play the game. She knows how to talk to people. She knows very much how to appease someone like that, doesn't she? It's almost like he was like,
oh, yeah, you should treat your husband like that. Yeah, you get him a best husband. Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
We've decided to make some scrambled eggs for their dinner. The way I've been brought up to, like the woman always does the stuff inside, and to see that the roles reversed here has been, it sort of opened my eyes up a bit more with, Yeah,
it's almost like gender roles mean nothing at all, and it's just we slot easily into family dynamics.
So, showers, brush your teeth,
It's almost like none of this is real.
So they're having to do work and the work at home.
Unhinged.
So yeah, there needs to be a bit of change at home for me.
Yes.
Good night, Emma.
Good night, ladies. I'm just thinking about Emma.
Oh, yeah.
No one cares about her. Even her husband.
Is this going to be an explosive reunion, girls?
She chose it. Hope they can be some change at least. Do some things different for you.
Differently, girls. Differently, girls!
I hope.
I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Stop messaging me.
All the best, Emma.
Final morning in the wife swap houses, and both wives are packing to go.
I'm actually a little bit nervous about going home. I don't know what I'm going home to, or things like that. And I don't know how Paul and Lay's time went together. It's been huge with the different cultures, so I've learned a lot. Like, Chinese men are so different to Kiwi men. So it's been very, they do everything. Yeah, and extremely generous. Yeah, it's just been completely different.
Almost like, they care.
For this week, we just kind of normal new person. We meet each other. The
every outfit
relationship
she's worn, I've
sometimes
loved.
goes up, sometimes goes down. Paul is good friend, but it's not a good husband for me. I'm still missing my husband. He's the best husband in the world.
Nothing like spending a week with hateful people to learn how much you love something.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys did a lot
for me. Oh,
thank you for teaching me.
Yeah, I think it's gone fairly well. It's gone quite quick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my wife again, so...
Me too.
Your husband?
Yeah,
Not your wife?
No, I'm going to see my husband,
Okay.
of course.
Thank you.
Okay, but thank you.
See you later. Okay? I really hope the family keep up with the rule changes once I'm gone. I really think that
I feel like
Jackson will benefit from
these rule changes that she brought in is such a strong phrasing for should we put the toys back once we finished and maybe bake together? That's so mild compared to what the other family has experienced.
early bedtimes and the girls as well. Yeah, I just feel it would work really well for them.
See ya!
Take your Louis Vuitton and leave!
Okay.
Bye.
Soon the husbands and wives will meet up again, and Lay can't wait.
I'm just so excited.
I bet she is.
Meet Emma as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
so are they
and
going to have the
Jackie,
reunion
it'll be good.
immediately?
Yeah. We can be great friends. We can be great friends.
I'm nervous.
I don't think so.
Jackie, you're not though, eh?
Yeah, I'm not.
You're excited.
Why might she be nervous, I wonder? Oh, he bought flowers. He bought nothing. Unvalued. Family girls!
Thank you.
The wives and husbands meet for the first time to talk about the experience.
If I was Emma in this situation, I would be like, where's my flowers? You obviously didn't miss me that much, huh?
Your two kids is so lovely.
Right.
Oh, they are teenager, but they are so different with the teenager, what I heard it.
Your girls are beautiful. I really love Lei Wen. She is just so special. She is just amazing. Jackson, wow, he's full on. He's like the king of the house.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Everything was around Jackson.
Well, he is the
Who's
youngest,
the boss?
isn't he?
And he's like, me. So obviously this week I've spent a lot of time with your Chinese friends and I've just, got to see the culture and things like that. I can't believe how generous you are as a culture as well and just welcoming to people and so much food for everything. I need to go home for a diet. It's just there's so much food. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to change our menu because in their house was
so
healthy.
Oh.
I even do any exercise, but I'm not worried if I put any weight on it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have put weight on.
Yeah, because it's so healthy.
Yeah.
But by the way, we left a lot of food for you.
Did you?
Yeah.
So no, I learned a lot from your culture this week.
This
it was
seems
lovely. Yeah.
really
What else
amicable.
did I do? I didn't cook.
But that man is like, I can't wait to say she don't do nothing.
So we didn't do that. Yeah.
See, she didn't follow my menu, and I didn't follow your menu as well.
Yeah.
I can't cook
cook the menu what you left it for me on the first night.
Oh, okay.
And I asked Paul to, I told him, I can't cook.
And then my whole world fell apart.
He got
Majorly. Trust me. How did you follow Emma's rule changes?
Oh, at the beginning, for the first 2 days, I actually didn't follow up. He did everything. He can do everything, trust me.
Why didn't you follow those rules?
Because I think the house is really clean. You don't need to do it.
I know.
You did it very well. Everything was just like, oh, so tidy. And on the third day, we changed the roles, and he want to reverse it. He want me to try how you doing it.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Yeah.
Because it's easy, already clean.
And she did it pretty good. Out of 100%, maybe 80%, 85%, so she did pretty good.
You think like me and Emma, we know you guys can do that.
Yeah.
But we just happy to do that.
Yeah.
We don't feeling.
If you see the body language between these couples, Lay and Jackie absolutely love each other. This feels more like a business partnership, but in a way that's kind of like one owns a majority shareholdership. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. No. However, I will say this isn't as explosive as I thought just yet. I'm going to hold my horses. It's a lot more calm, collected, a lot less scripted, a lot less high production value than Wife Swap Australia has been. I'm still a little bit on the edge of my seat though, because I'm like, oh, what's going to happen next?
We do too much job in the house.
That's what I'm trying to get across is that I think you do way too much and Lay doesn't do much at all. And she's treated like a bit of a princess, so...
Actually, I don't really want to do that. I want she become like a princess. I want she...
Yes!
That's really your choice, but that doesn't wash in my eyes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be happy with
But
that.
I will help you.
Yeah.
Definitely, I will do some more jobs. And
Because you don't want to be a slave, you don't want to work hard and it's all one-sided. What have you learned, babe?
I changed some roles for your kids.
Yeah?
I asked them to pack their lunch by themselves. They are really happy on it.
Yeah,
So
they would be, yeah.
in the
They've
future,
always wanted to do it, yeah.
you probably need to back off on their lunch pack.
Sorry, did your children, did they make their lunches?
No, Jackie does it.
Yeah.
So you make the lunches as well?
Yeah.
And dinner?
Yeah.
And clean?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. You need to come and live with me for a week.
See, we are so similar.
No, honestly, if this show ever reruns, we should come and live together.
Could we do it now?
Yeah, because oh, a joke there, can we do it now? Yeah, as in she wants some time away. This is very like, I'm not looking for a wife, I'm looking for a house manager who I can sometimes bang.
I've had an interesting time because I've never met anyone like Lay. I thought, wow, what have I got? I've got another child in my house. So yeah, I definitely learned how to have a little bit more fun on a different level.
No, you haven't.
Whether I liked it or not, I don't know. I think you'd be too much for me. I definitely think it would do my head in.
To control myself because he's taking everything for seriously.
The way I see it is you just try and get all the good positives out of every little thing.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
You've got to have a bit of seriousness as well.
No,
you gotta know
you can
that.
be positive and still serious.
That limit.
Yeah, the limit.
Are you glad you did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Because
I bet they're glad. I bet they're like, oh my God, not going back, not ever going to be like them.
Before, I was like, nope, not going to do it now.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm sad it's over now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So much. You taught me heaps. Thank you.
Oh.
Good friend.
Oh, no.
You're not jealous?
She was dying to
Not
do
good
that.
vibes.
Thank you
And with one huge wipe, it's all over, and the reunited pairs head home with plenty to think about.
I actually really enjoyed it, though.
I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
I missed you.
Yeah, same. But I did enjoy it. I'm really glad I did it.
Did you miss her or did you miss her service to you?
You probably didn't have someone so energised.
No.
It's really good. Back to you.
They are in love. Oh, look at the dog.
Hey!
Right.
Feels really good to be home.
What's
yeah,
gonna
really
change?
Cool to get back
Absolutely
into a
nothing?
routine and stuff, and yeah, just not eat so much. I felt like we gained friends from, after the table meeting today and that, and I just feel like we'll stay in touch. Yeah, it was really cool. I'm
He's
so
like, I
grateful
don't wanna
for
know
being
them.
able to meet them.
Oh my God, the credits are in the side. Is that normal? Amazing.
I really enjoy it, but I'm missing my kids and my husband so much. 6 days, really good time. I can't handle any more day.
Tonight on Wife...
And that's the end, my loves. That's the end. That's such a bizarre ending. There's no like, and they chose to do this, and they chose to do that. It doesn't really feel like much of a resolution, but I've got some thoughts. So, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen in today's episode in the comments box below, because I've got some thoughts. If this was me, if I was on this show, you would absolutely not catch me entertaining that husband's nonsense at all. If you can't have a joke and a giggle with your spouse, I mean, granted, she's not really his spouse in this situation. She's just kind of like, I couldn't cook. How funny, let's cook together. I personally don't see the problem with that. He felt very attacked, though, at that point. He felt like, my ego is bruised and I must make an example of this woman. It's funny how his rejection of the rules was not brought up at the like table meeting at the end there. The idea that he tried to spearhead the conversation and just be like, well, I don't care about any of all that, actually. We're doing it my way, girls. I don't think we learned what he did, why he did it. He was a shift worker, but Emma was a manager of a dental practice and did all of the housework, all of the cleaning, all of the cooking. That is so much work. That's like easily 80, 90 hours a week. No wonder why she was getting up at 4:45 in the morning. That is so blech. Welcome to the gorgeous, most glamorous woman on the go, little Biscuit. I have disturbed your nap to make you famous online. So, my lovelies, welcome back to another episode of Wife Swap New Zealand, girls. I cannot believe that the last video in this series, the first one in fact, created quite a stir on my channel. Actually, I fully can, because the content we were watching was actually quite shocking. Is that delicious? Do you like that little oh, are you licking the serpent? Oh, don't say that. The title of that video was, Is This Weaponized Male Incompetence? Insufferable, girls. And it's actually one of the most commented on videos on my channel, and I think it's because we saw quite a lot of things that a lot of us are not very happy with watching, shall we say.
No.
So, one of the top comments on that episode of Wife Swap New Zealand, girls, is by Ashley W. And they say, I love how Leigh handles that small man. He's such an angry, entitled person, and I love how she just laughs him off and is like, I really don't care. So, I'm gonna... Oh, I've got a lot to say about that sentence, actually, because I feel like if you have nothing invested in a situation, actually treating someone who is potentially in a similar vein to that man, like you don't care about their existence, is probably the best thing, because in their world, they are the most important person that's ever lived. Ever. However, if you find yourself in a situation in which they are an integral part of your life, it becomes a lot harder to have that attitude, because that attitude is often met with aggression and anger, because they are like, why aren't you seeing me as the most important person in the world? How dare you? And I will never, 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 never give advice that says to upset someone like that. All I'm gonna say is, plan your exit strategy if you find yourself in a situation like that. With that being said, I don't know what on earth we're going to see today, Biscuit. What do you think? I've often found wife swap from other parts of the world to not be quite this, intense, shall we say. Oh. I don't think so. Was that delicious? I'm going to put you on your little pillow and you can rest next to me while I shout on the internet. Come on then, little biscuit. So, my lovelies, grab your beverage today, courtesy of Roly. I am on the Monster Ultra Blue. Oh, hang on, there we go. This used to be my favourite flavour, and I haven't had it in ages. So we're going to do a taste test today, girls. It's not really a test. It's more of a, what is it? Like a taste revisit. Pop your hanger right in your little New Zealand slit. I can't believe I just said that. And let's watch episode 2 of season 1 of Wife Swap New Zealand, girls.
Meet the clean and green Lawsons.
Clean and green, girls.
6-year-old Savvy, media professional Davian, and the passionate waste advocate wife.
Christy, girls!
So one thing you need to know about the Lawsons is that we care about the planet, and we want others to care about the planet too.
Okay, that's a noble cause. Quite agree, especially with what's actually happening right now in the world. New York is covered in a blanket of... Peace, sweetie! Smog? Is it called smog? Pollution from the Canadian wildfires that appear to be a direct correlation between the rising global temperatures and the frequency in forest fires. Even though some people on Twitter were like, no, it's just people in the forest setting fires. Not always. Believe it or not, forest fires are actually a normal part of a forest cycle. It's just that they're happening so frequently, the forest can't recuperate after its natural part in that cycle. So, let's not talk about any more about that, shall we? Let's listen to the last one.
1,000 plastic bottles can make a park bench.
10,000
You can expect to
plastic
see me
benches.
preparing meals
me!
that have been purchased without packaging. You can expect to see me making some of my own products. So I make simple things like my own toothpaste and deodorant.
She's a chemist.
A few things for the kitchen as well.
Although that did look like pure bicarbonate of soda mixed into a paste and then applied to the teeth. I would say, I know it's like a home remedy to use bicarb of soda for things, but it is far too strong to just fully apply to your teeth, hair, or nails. It's just so strong. There's a reason why we have formulas in things like toothpaste, because everything is like considered. Like, yes, you can mix lemon juice and baking soda together, and apparently you're going to get whiter teeth, but you're also going to completely scrape off your enamel and permanently damage your teeth. So let's not do any of all that. No, there are some good alternatives you can use. I can't think of a single one off the top of my head, but please take to YouTube. Oil in the blender.
I'm really happy to see my mummy helping the planet.
6 years old. Do you remember
My
being
wife's
6
here,
years old? My parents couldn't give a shit about the planet when I was 6 years old. No! What was I doing at 6 years old? Probably crying in karate.
Wrong about some of these ideas. She likes to get her opinions across.
Bread? What are we doing? Smothering bread?
My mission is for every New Zealand household to be zero waste. That is my dream. So our rubbish bin is about this kind of size, and we fill that once a month, and most of what you'll find in there are fruit stickers, which I can't stand. Why do they have to put it on every single piece of fruit? We don't consume meat. We have massively reduced our dairy consumption also. Probably the most time-intensive thing that I do to reduce waste in our house is making my own soy milk. And I make it in a big batch, and I put it in the freezer, and I do that once every fortnight.
That is amazing. I love self-contained, self-sufficient households. I love it so much. There was a really good YouTube channel here on YouTube about someone who left the rat race of London to go and live in the west of Ireland and just made his entire land self-sufficient to himself. Recently, he's had to stop because it's kind of sad. It's Mossy Bottom. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. To me, in my audacious nature, I'm very much of the opinion that one day I could very much leave city life and become a homesteader. And I actually think I could. I've got the chemistry background. I'm very handsy with my hands. Handsy, oh dear. Very handy with my hands, shall I say. And I actually really like being outdoors. I don't like getting dirty, but there are ways to combat that, aren't there? Big titty lady videos on the internet. I cannot bear the idea of making my own soy milk though. A, because I think I have an intolerance to soy milk. Maybe not when it's fermented, but definitely like straight up soy milk. But also, Mrs. Oat. She is the goat. Right. Lick that book! Right, we're gonna see, like...
Across town are the fit and faithful Hughes family.
Oh.
Dad, Ben, 12-year-old Amira, 7-year-old Tyree, Noah, who's 6,
And Noah goes.
Aaliyah, who's 3, and of course, our wife, Danielle.
Our wife.
About 2 months ago, we were self-sufficient, living off the grid. We grew our own animals. We ate them as well.
2 months ago.
3.
We absolutely love CrossFit. I think it's more so mentality and physically.
Okay, CrossFit ladies.
Ben constantly works 24/7. It does keep him away from home. I like being a stay-at-home mum because I'm more involved with the children.
Right. If it works, it works. However, I feel like a lot of the time in this show, a hands-off approach to your children is not a good one.
Oh, scandalous!
I think we eat meat and vegetables and stuff like that.
Yes.
We try and keep a high intake of meat.
Proverbs, I guess.
You try and keep a high intake of meat.
So
Well, that's
we're
not
Messianic
really
believers.
good.
We're the Jewish side of Christians. We believe in Jesus, but we call him Yeshua because that's his Jewish name.
Do you see someone who thinks himself wise? There is more hope for a fool than for him.
I'm just gonna say, straight out the bat, I am not religious. I am an atheist through and through. However, if you have a personal relationship with what you consider God and you follow a very free and welcoming lifestyle, then I see no problem with being religious.
We do Bible studies, we go to church, and we kind of do our own Sabbath in our own family and that.
Danielle sees the opportunity to have a new wife in the household as purely positive.
Whenever they say, like, a new wife, I'm like, are we gonna have lesbian marriages? That's what I feel like they're saying.
She could possibly bring in some good things. I'm
Yes.
a bit uptight, so she could probably relax the family out. I get home and they're like, just you know, relax out.
Chill out, girls.
That'd be
Take
good.
your weight off your stumps. Butterfly. Right, okay. What's going to happen in this episode?
the morning
Are we going to have a nice, calming, lovely episode today, or are we going to have abject chaos?
I like rusty spoons.
The swap, and Christy and Danielle
This
are
way.
packing up to leave home.
Pack your bags, girl. It's time to leave.
It's not every day you get the opportunity to walk in someone else's shoes.
No.
I've never
That
been
is
away for this long before. I'm really, really nervous. I don't know what I'm going into, so I don't know what I'm packing for. Let's go.
You're going to be making your own soy milk, girls. These houses,
Have fun.
gorgeous.
Okay, be good.
Be good.
The families aren't allowed any communication for the week, so they must hand over their phones before they go.
This is the first time we've seen that, though, isn't it? Little kisses.
Bye.
Right. Goodbye.
Neither of the couples have any clue at
Oh,
all
immediate
who they'll
sobbing.
swap with.
I think it's really easy to get stuck in your routines. And
Yes.
so I want to take this opportunity to take stock of my own life.
Yes.
And also just learning about someone else and the way that they think and the way they do things.
I think it's very easy as humans for us to get stuck in our own ways, especially for me, as someone with ADHD, I very much have like very specific routines for how things are done, and quite often they don't get done because my ADHD is like, so I feel like an experience like this for me would be difficult, but also perhaps in the long run quite useful, I guess. As long as I didn't get some absolute hateful male energy in the dynamic somehow, then I would be fine, I think. I think it would actually probably benefit my life to do something like this. But I'll never get married, so... Ooh, what an interesting shot. Very Beetlejuice.
After a long drive, the wives arrive and get their first impressions.
Right. First impression. I hate it! I'm in a tulip skirt and I hate it!
How many kids have they got? Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
Oh, she's got a BTEC. So she's suddenly being put in with like loads of
I don't
children.
think this is a vegetarian household somehow.
No. Did you think you were going to get a vegetarian household?
The wives are about to see their new homes and they're looking for clues.
Right. Clue. It's very like, I'm going to burgle the house. Oh, it's a cat burglar!
Ooh, it's a religious family.
Yes.
What kind of religion is this?
Before they meet their new families, Christy and Danielle get a chance to have a good poke around their new homes. Something quickly catches Christy's eye.
Beef, stir-fry, veggies. That's dinner, I'm guessing. I don't know what to do about that.
Oh my goodness.
I guess this does actually raise a bit of a difficult question of like, is it ethical if you're a vegetarian to then like cook meat for other people if you don't ever cook it yourself? Like, I don't know, is there like, there could be danger involved, I guess. I mean, like, you can obviously be like, no, I mean, I've got a dog, so I cook meat all the time. And my boyfriend eats meat. I'm vegetarian, so I don't, but it's like, I don't have an aversion to cooking it, I don't think. I'm not sure. Sometimes I'm a bit like, that is absolutely foul and I cannot be near that. But something that's really basic, like, I don't know, chicken strips, I'm like, that's okay, because it's just like little pink fleshy bits. Ugh. Whereas someone who's maybe been vegetarian their whole lives might not even know how to cook, like, meat. Huh. We're getting into it today, girls, aren't we? Meat hoomst.
Is this breast milk?
That, no. Soy milk.
I'm really...
Chicken.
That's not breast milk.
I've literally never cooked meat before.
No meat in here whatsoever.
I wouldn't want a vegetarian who's never cooked meat. If I was a meat eater, I would never want someone who's never cooked meat ever to cook me dinner, because I'd be like, I'm probably going to be very upset, Tummy. Yes?
Not too sure what I'm
A
going to do.
head,
I live
a human
off
head.
meat.
Very sustainable.
Lots of packaged goods. I guess I expected that.
Yes, that
Danielle
is
and Christy
how,
have
like,
each written
normal
a
it is
detailed
considered.
manual explaining the rules
No
and
iPad
customs
here.
of their new house.
They've been to the works.
Christy, welcome to our humble home. We have 3 people in our family, myself, my husband, and our just turned 6-year-old daughter, Savannah. Husband, Ben, 4 kids.
4 children.
It's going to be a busy week.
Yes, it is. You're going to work very hard.
We are a plant-based household. I'm not sure what kind of diet you eat, but in the event that your diet includes meat, my preference is that it isn't cooked at our house. The meat thing is the hard part because we come from a faith-based lifestyle. In the Bible, it says that we're meant to eat meat. So, yeah. Raised a Masonic Jew.
There is debate in Messianic Judaism about the Romans manuscript. However, Romans 14:21 states it is good not to eat meat or drink wine or do anything that causes your brother to stumble.
Humble ourselves for our Savior, Yeshua, Jesus Christ. Family of very strong followers of Yeshua commit our whole life around the world of Adonai, God, and serving others.
Yes.
Because we aim to be a zero-waste household.
So if they're serving others, surely that means that accommodations can be made for people who are not in the same dietary requirements of them. Yes? No? Is that not what that means? Servants of others?
We avoid buying packaged food, particularly plastic packaging. The only plastic packaging that comes into our house are the plastic seals that are on the lids of some jars,
Yes.
bottles,
and
packaging.
you know what? Plastic was not in the Bible.
Sunscreen, condoms. Okay. That was weird.
Wait, what did she just say?
So the plastic seals that are on the lids of some jars, bottles, packaging for sunscreen, condoms. Okay. That was weird.
Why is that weird?
CrossFit training, now that's different. I don't
Why is talking about sexual health weird?
even know what CrossFit is. What is CrossFit?
You're going to have an experience,
9 p.m.
girl.
before bed is Bible study. I don't think I'll be able to help much with Bible study, unfortunately. We don't have any fussy eaters, all eating everything and very big eaters, so be prepared to cook extra because we all eat large quantities.
Okay.
Quantities of mince. Okay. The food stuff's gonna be a challenge. The Bible stuff's gonna be interesting.
But now the time has come for
So far, it feels like this episode is very like, everyone's a bit like tentative. They're like, well, we might see a little bit of difficulty, girls. Oh no, what's gonna happen next?
Deranged.
We're not seeing any explosive statements yet. We're not seeing any divisive statements. Everyone's being very welcoming, very business. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting a vibe that that may not be the way the whole way through. Because if it was just like, and we had a lovely week, there wouldn't be a television show, would there? No.
Hold on to your titties.
Hi.
I don't like that skirt.
Hi.
I'm Ben.
I'm Christy.
Nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you. Are you Alia N? Did I say your name right? Hi.
Shake hand.
Do a high five?
High five.
Yeah.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, really nice to meet you. Hi.
CrossFit.
Oh,
This is Amira.
what have you done to yourself?
Gymnastics.
Oh, dangerous sport. Hi, I'm Christy. Really nice to meet you.
Is gymnastics
Is
a
it
dangerous
sore?
sport? There's a dog outside.
No, that's good. Hi, guys.
This is Tyree.
Tyree and Noah.
Noah, yes.
Shake hands. This is a bit weird, hey? Hi.
Yeah, that was made very strange. It's easier to meet two people, isn't it? You're like, hello, hello.
Making yourself at home?
Yeah.
Great.
Hi. Oh, you're really pretty.
Oh, she's nervous.
So before we come, we were at.
Do you know, I was such a shy child. In fact, nowadays I still am quite painfully shy. I'd like to say I'm an extroverted introvert. If you're in my inner circles or my circle of acquaintances, I am very extroverted with you. Painfully shy. It's probably all the trauma, girls.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
Just down the road.
I'll be honest, I don't know much.
Does the baby do CrossFit?
Oh, okay.
Totally willing to give it a go, but yeah, you'll probably be laughing a little bit because I won't be very good.
Well, she'll be brand new.
Aren't vegetarians.
Okay.
But we do live a self-sufficient lifestyle.
Okay.
So very, very interesting and
So
really am fully open to trying you guys' cuisines.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, most people have vegetables in their diet. They don't just eat meat. Like, you just expand your knowledge of vegetable-based items. This is one of the things about, like, meat eaters that sometimes really confuses me, is that they feel a meal isn't complete without meat. In fact, actually, humans are meant to have, like, lesser meat, more vegetables, because that's where we get most of our nutrients from. I mean, when you season meat, you're seasoning it with plants and vegetables. You're getting the flavour. So I don't understand when people say things like, oh, you know, a dish without meat is like a food without flavour. It's like, well, not really, because seasoning, you don't use other meats to season meats, really. You use vegetables, herbs, plants, spices, all sorts of exciting things. Or maybe with oyster sauce, the case of an oyster.
Quite simple, like meat, vegetables, maybe rice or potatoes.
Yeah.
As simple as it, so maybe chicken.
So I guess because maybe they're like very fitness-based, this is why we're hearing meat, vegetables, carbohydrate. Meat, vegetables, carbohydrate. Meat, vegetables, carbohydrate.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous because I don't eat meat and I've never even cooked meat.
Christy doesn't eat meat, so it's interesting, I think, because we eat meat every day.
I think I'm going to get quite hungry over the next 6 days unless I can sneak away for some food somewhere. And the religious side of things is a little bit nerve-wracking, I guess, as well, because that's not really my thing. What's your milk that you drink in the fridge?
So we drink soy milk.
Oh, it's soy milk. Okay,
Yes, that occasionally make, but mostly my wife makes.
Okay, then no, that's so cool because I honestly thought it was breast milk.
Yes, could you imagine? She was probably sheerly panicking. Probably like,
Okay,
no, I don't want to drink any boobies.
Another like 15
Look at
jars.
his mushroom top.
Yeah,
So cool.
if it's breast milk, it's something my wife's not telling me, right?
Quite.
I guess I am most nervous about having different ideas and ideals than she has.
Everyone
He's a good
seems
person
really
in
calm
that, just very
so far.
different.
It's just a bit awkward.
A person that I wouldn't actually relate to outside of this. Okay.
Are you sure?
The first test for our two wives with control.
Although they're both self-sufficient, apparently. So that's surely a huge lifestyle aspect that's actually very much in common. There are lots of things to be shared between those two ideals, no?
Busting diets is dinner.
Tofu
Dinner, girls.
and chickpea curry
Dinner,
with
ladies.
spring greens.
Cool.
That sounds all right,
Sounds nice.
Right.
How long does this take to cook? We should start cooking this first?
The meat first and then...
And then this. Okay. This is definitely going to be a learning curve for me.
Do you mind if I just give you quite a simple job of cutting up the onion, the red onion,
Yeah,
and finally chopping the garlic?
You're right with handling the meat and...
I'll be honest, it's not my favourite thing to do. Yeah, I don't have to handle it. I can just dump it in, right?
Pretty much.
And then get a spoon and...
Yeah, you don't really have to touch it.
I don't mean to offend you.
No.
These kitchens appear to be quite dark. Our kitchen's
I got
quite
this.
dark.
Look at that.
Awesome, nice.
And then we just chop it up or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know it's done when it's turned brown.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just paper, is it? Is that paper?
Is that a metal object in a Teflon pan?
Okay. We should really get a compost bin.
That would be a good idea, yes.
Yeah, they're really
Self-sufficient.
easy.
Compost.
So there's a recycling bin here.
Okay.
Right.
Oh. You got stuff in here that's not recyclable, you know that, eh? Like there's bananas and
the banana.
plastic bags and...
Must have been the kids, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, right. We're going to teach your kids about responsible recycling.
Responsible recycling.
Yeah.
Cook a hose. Oh, look, a little
Grab
meat
that.
dish. That is a tiny plate. Oh, is it for children? That would make sense.
Come and sit up.
No particular spot. And it shows name.
Okay. Grace.
Why aren't you eating the same as us?
Because we don't eat meat in our house.
That is not a meal.
Why don't you eat it?
Because we don't want to hurt animals and because the impact of farming on the environment and what it does to the rivers and yeah.
But God made animals for a reason.
Okay. That's okay. We can agree to disagree on that.
There's no way I'm not stopping eating meat.
No, I don't want you to stop eating meat if that's your choice.
Oh, she was very courteous there. This is one thing where I feel I might upset a couple of people here who might be religious. I think that the natural way of order has been severely severely impacted by the way that humans produce meat. I do not feel that slaughterhouses were put here by a divine creature to make meat available in plastic packages in supermarkets. I think that is disingenuous, should we say. And I feel like the time in which most religious texts were created, the way of life was very different to what it is now. And I feel like a lot of those teachings were relevant and are now not quite so relevant. And I feel like certain things might need to be updated, because I don't think that the statement, God put animals here for a reason, and therefore the reason that we eat them, I don't think that that is a very healthy way to view a living creature on this planet.
I'm not sure whether they know any vegetarians or whether they just think I'm a
The thing is, you will get religious vegetarian people.
At this point, I don't know.
Next on Wife Swap,
Next.
Danielle's
Oh,
new home
next,
is
girls.
all...
Fry the butter.
It's the morning
It's
of
the
their second
morning,
day.
girls.
Is there going to be enough bananas?
The Hugheses.
Quite small bananas.
Right. What a... take
And
me
in
out,
the
girls.
Hughes'
No.
household, Christy is dealing with 4 children, and her
banana
morning
and Cocoa
tasks
Pops?
include breakfast, lunch boxes, and bed making.
A bed. A boudoir.
So she hasn't done any like baked food or anything, Danielle. So I just grabbed stuff from the pantry, some fruit and some yogurt and stuff. Cool.
And Ben is off to work.
Just a quick
does
question
Ben
about
do?
Aaliyah. Do we bring food to her for daycare?
Yeah. So it's the same thing as the boys and the...
Same thing as what they're eating. And has she got her own little lunchbox?
Yeah, lunchbox will be in the pantry.
Oh, in the pantry.
In the pantry, girls. Do a pantry tour.
Have a good day.
Awesome, you too. Enjoy your day.
Oh, it's very awkward, isn't it? It's like, I don't really know you.
Meanwhile, over at the Lawsons, Davian has already dropped Savvy at school, but has an unusual task for Danielle.
Send the bitches home like a heart attack.
Right.
Can you please make some hair product for us today?
I can try.
Have you
Make
noticed
some
I haven't
hair
had any
product?
for the last couple of days, and I'm dying. So
Okay, cool.
I'm dying for my hair
so-
product. What do we want? Time travel. When do we want it? It's irrelevant. Oh, he's a little bit of a quirky nerd. A little bit.
that recipe there.
I'm not too sure if
So,
I'm capable
a
of
recipe-
filling her shoes. You're trying to
Oh,
fill
that looks like
the
a very
shoes of
easy
his
recipe.
wife, and
No melting cetearyl alcohol there. She's got a degree.
that's difficult.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Difficult to fill someone's shoes. I suppose so.
She's awesome.
But she has less children, so maybe that's
I'm really
less of a
understanding
workload.
She's a whole person. Like there's so much to her.
Can we turn that off for a second? Can I talk to you? Have you made your beds? Let's go up and check, shall we?
Christy's still in the thick of it.
It's okay. Looks decidedly unmade. Are these your clothes? No? Whose are they? All right, so we're just gonna fold it up. I'm gonna put it in the middle. There we go, compromise. Okay, this needs to hop off the floor.
40 grams of beeswax, 35 grams of shea butter, 15 grams
Shea
of
butter, girls.
arrowroots, and then we have peppermint, 2 grams of vitamin E.
Can I hold my hand?
Oh,
Let's
that's
go.
actually quite a good natural formula. Shea butter is incredibly hydrating on the skin and the hair. You'll find it in a lot of like heat protectant creams, like heavy duty, heavy moisturizer, oil-based creams. I like putting a little bit of shea butter in my chemical formulas, my skincare formulas, because it gives it that really luxury slip. Ah, love it.
Okay,
She might
seatbelts
have a degree.
on. How does this one work?
Oh, this is a much nicer
Oh,
skirt.
it's an IQ test, and I haven't passed.
Beep, beep, bitch, you've burnt it. Is there anything more frightening or instantly alarming than a fire alarm? I feel like frantically trying to wave at a fire alarm is so annoying. Not a fire alarm, a smoke alarm. Oh! Do you know I used to live in a place where my smoke alarm used to be like beep, beep, beep. There is a fire. Beep, beep, beep. There is a fire? It was so bizarre. I've never experienced anything like it. I burnt toast once and I was like, why is there a woman talking to me about fire?
She's dead.
Oh my goodness.
Beep, beep, bitch. Oh, dying. What did she burn? The shea butter? No, say.
We made it out of the house. Well done.
I think it's going to be the best wax he's ever had. So,
Right.
sorry, Christy. I think I've got this one.
With their morning duties over,
A
Christy
dog!
has returned home to a surprise.
Right. Little
Oh
kitten.
my god.
Oh dear.
The cat has shat in my bedroom.
In your bedroom?
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
In your bedroom?
That's so bad.
Oh,
What is this cat eating? What is this cat eating?
Dear God. But my daughter's poo did not smell as disgusting as that. There's shit everywhere. There's dog shit there, there's dog shit there. Oh, they're lovely people, but why do you want to be surrounded by crap?
Danielle's day.
I wonder if they're vegetarian to the point of, like, we don't believe in pets, because that is a movement within the vegan and vegetarian communities. I don't really agree with that, if I'm honest with you. I think my life has been infinitely enriched by having a little dachshund. And his life has too. He couldn't exist in the wild. Packs of little biscuits. Garibaldi, girls! But the idea of having just, like, cat feces in your bed, it's not for me, girls. No, thank you.
Meanwhile, has been less dramatic since she made the hair wax.
Right.
On my way to pick up Savannah.
The lifestyle seems
The
quite
Lawsons
calm.
normally do the school run by bike.
The responsibility of having to bike home with someone else's child was a bit different. I felt the responsibility on me was a lot heavier than it normally is.
Yes.
Hi, baby.
Although, if she's on a bike as
How
well.
was school? Good.
She's like... No, she was like, don't touch me!
I don't like it when you touch me.
Good girl, Savannah. You're doing so well. Do you want something to eat? Do you want some avocado?
That was really easy. Her life has gone from, like, chaos of 4 children to just, like, cycling home to avocado.
Living the dream.
Here.
Aww.
And I like it because it's long, just like mine.
Is it?
Christy's
I like her
school
hair
run
because it's
is
like
a little
mine.
more busy.
Aww. Deranged.
How was school, guys?
Boring.
This is,
Boring.
I'm having such a strange experience watching this episode because everyone is so like... If I didn't know any better, I'd feel like we're bubbling up to a fight.
Oh, step one. Was there no good bits at all?
It's another baby clothes.
It is a challenge to keep track of all the kids, what they have eaten, have they
barely
gotten
keep
out of
track
their
of
school
myself.
uniforms, have they put their bags away. You need to get out of school uniforms and put school bags away.
Across town, Danielle has a surprise for Savannah.
Yes, what is it?
I went and got you this morning. I ran all the way to get it and all the way back.
But it may not be so innocent as first meets the eye.
Oh, it's because it's plastic.
Do you want to try it on?
Oh,
look. You look really pretty.
Davian and Christy have a strict policy of no single-use plastic in the house, and headbands are no exception.
Headbands are not single-use.
We do have trouble on occasion with gifts. For example, when Savannah has her birthdays, we say, actually, please, we don't need any gifts. But if you do want to bring a gift, make it zero waste, you know, made out of something not plastic. Savannah, you are going to take really good care of that, aren't you? That's the tricky thing, right? Very well-meaning and lovely. I mean, well, it was totally out of the blue. She's going to use it a lot, I'm sure.
Okay, single-use plastic. Shall we talk about that for a second? Yes, they are a plague on society and we should absolutely get rid of them. 100%. However, there are some things in this world that need to be single-use plastics. A lot of it comes to, like, the medical industry. However, this could have been a fun DIY craft situation, I think. You could have made this from wood, from paper, from cardboard, from packaging that you've already bought, from flowers in the garden, maybe even a little bit of, like, crayon and wax colouring. Like, this could have been a fun little DIY project if it was necessary to be that. They're also on a TV show. They've got a couch. They've got all this furniture in their house, so you can never really be that far away from single-use items or packaging or wrapping or anything like that. So a one-off, I can understand, but he does seem quite reasonable in saying that, you know, it's wonderful that she's brought this gift for her. I do wonder if this is maybe a step for production, though, because it's like,
why don't you buy her a plastic headband and see how the father reacts? Why don't you just bubble it up for drama, girls? Why aren't you making it to the pageant?
I do feel like if they wanted to make this headband like less single-use plastic, they could come up with some sort of game, I don't know, of like, let's talk about what we did at school today. Let's put on the unicorn hat and listen to the unicorn. Cancelled! And then pass it around the house or something and listen to someone say something about their day. You know, you can make items like this more valuable by making them part of I was going to say a ritual, by part of a routine. Oh dear. But not explosive.
Just when Christy thinks she's got things under
coat.
control, Ben springs a CrossFit session on it.
Right. Leapfrog, ladies. Oh dear. That is, no, never.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be difficult. She's only just started.
Not really my idea of a good time. That was my first and last time doing CrossFit.
Okay. Right. Oh,
As
how are they
evening
going to
draws
switch
in-
the rules? What are they going to be?
It's games time at the Hugheses, and
Right.
the neighbours have popped round to join in.
Okay.
Despite the earlier setback with the hairband, Danielle's feeling rather relaxed.
You didn't even write a sentence.
Oh, what?
I mean, like, if that was a production plan to try and make things more dramatic, the earlier setback with the headband, that is very, very, very mild, tepid drama. I don't know how the series of these sorts of things are filmed. I don't know in which order they're filmed in, but I wonder if the producers saw what happened in the first episode, if it's filmed in the order it's released, which probably it isn't. But if they did see how that guy was reacting and how hostile the environment was, maybe they were like, shall we just bring it all the way back and just have, like, a headband drama?
Bump it up with Bump Its. Get that salon-style look, fast and easy.
Oh, isn't that nice?
You started already?
Yeah. Right. Oh, pixelation.
What the heck?
I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, that now at last your care
Peekaboo.
for me has flourished again.
For Christy, Bible time means things aren't quite so raucous.
Not that I seek the gift, but I seek the fruit that abounds to your
Phil
account.
413.
Today I saw a bearded, evil-looking bird, butterfly thing, hanging upside down on a rainbow.
This seems so fun.
I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. Nevertheless, you have done well that you shared my distress.
The next day can't come sooner for Christy.
So it's my rules starting tomorrow. So things are about to change in this house. It's going to be interesting.
I'm very...
I miss my family, I miss my kids, I miss my dogs.
I don't know. I feel like, is something going to happen or not? Am I on the edge of my seat for nothing?
I miss my gym, my CrossFit.
It's the next day, the day of the swap girls.
After 2 days living under their house rules,
Yes?
Christy and Danielle are chomping at the bit to make
We're going to learn about composting.
about how it will go down with their adoptive families.
I feel a little bit worried about one of the rules that I may write regarding meat and how it, Savvy will go. So I think it could be that she's been influenced not to eat meat rather than knowing the reason why.
I think that Amira might be a little bit suspicious.
Wait. Let's not talk about influencing. Interesting.
Of what we're doing, and maybe I don't know if she thinks that I'm judging her house, or she can be a bit of a
Oh, I don't know,
book
you know,
sometimes.
if she says something like, are the parents influencing the child to not eat meat? You could then put the argument of like, are those parents influencing their child to be religious?
She's quite hard to read.
Right, let's see.
It's time to reveal all.
So,
God,
from
bury the
today
swan.
on, we are living by my rules.
Everyone's t-shirts in this show have been very
It's been
strange.
really interesting living here with you guys. I think you're an awesome family.
Yes,
but some of the things that happen in this household have been making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. In general, there's a lot of waste going on and not a lot of awareness about environmental issues. So I would like to change that.
Well, that's commendable.
I understand you don't go to church, and I respect that. But I would like you to experience the importance of our faith and join me in some Bible study.
Oh,
Also follow
don't
me
agree.
in some of our
Dislike.
practices, including prayer before meals and bed.
Nope. Very strong.
Okay.
This household creates a lot of plastic waste. That's going to change. So from now on, we're going to massively reduce this family's plastic consumption.
Right.
I would like you to try a meat option because we eat it as a protein and it is a custom in our beliefs.
You're going to have to let me think about that for a bit.
Has Savvy eaten meat before?
Have you, Savannah? Have you eaten meat before? No.
Well, that would make her ill.
In my house, my kids do jobs in the home to earn money. I think work and reward are very important.
Right.
So I'd like you and me to go out and see if the neighbours would like their cars to be washed, and if we can earn a bit of money, have fun, and spend it at the shops.
Okay, it all sounded great, and then the spend it at the shops bit, it was all about, you know, which shops and what exactly we'd be spending it on.
It's my experience, it's my rules. Do you like lollies? Toys?
Cleaning products off.
Oh, this is very strange. This is very, very strange. This is taking a turn because it's like very polite people are suddenly upset at a dinner party. It's like, no, we have made conscious choices to remove things from our life and you are adding them back in. That is a bit like, I don't feel like that. I don't think it's ethical to say to vegetarians, I'm going to make you eat meat. And it is also not ethical to say, oh, you're atheist, I'm going to make you read the Bible, I'm going to make you partake in religious activities. Just like it is not really that ethical for an atheist to be like, stop doing all that, we're not doing any of that. I went to very religious schools growing up, which is probably why I'm so satanic now. I feel like the structure of religion is actually appalling, and we need to take it back to something like a personal relationship with the world around you and whatever being you think is in charge of that, whichever god, gods or deities you would subscribe to. So this is going to create some tensions, I think. This sort of an environment. No one likes being told what to do when it comes to like fundamental living systems. So are we in for some drama? I just don't know.
Often contain chemicals that harm the environment.
Yes.
It's easy to make your own. We're going to make our own toothpastes and deodorants from now on.
Right.
I don't think Amira's real excited about her ideas. I don't think Christy's taking into consideration how busy we are during the week, and the things she's asking us to do could be a bit too much.
You seem like a different person right now than you have been in the last 3 days.
Ooh.
All right. Let me hold on to it.
For Christy, the first new rule involves dinner.
A whole vegetarian food.
I'm making a Thai green curry.
Amazing.
How mum makes it. Yeah, but without the chicken. You can hang out in the kitchen if you want, Aaliyah, but you're not next to the stove, okay? Curry paste. I'm gonna put this in, so you need half of it. Not the whole jar, okay? Just half.
I love the fact that the cooking is a very family-oriented experience.
Hold on.
I feel like there is so many ways of cooking food in which will make meat eaters not miss meat. Because the reality is, with a little bit of like planning, most people can grow their own fruit and vegetables. It's very different to like raise an entire herd of cows and then slaughter them for your own meat. So by process of elimination, it should be much more straightforward to cook your own food from scratch using plant-based materials than not. So I wonder if maybe there's going to be something else in this conversation. I will also say there is very much a strange, like, marketing around meat. And when you don't eat meat, you can really see it. A lot of cultural norms are based around meat. And when I say cultural norms, I say things like masculinity is inherently related to, like, meat. And it's a very strange marketing ploy that's kind of happened because actually meat as we know it in this day and age isn't very healthy. It's not, like, most red processed meat is not actually very good for you, and a cleaner plant-based diet is actually more beneficial in the long run. And there have been studies done on this to actually prove what I'm saying here. But what I'm saying is there is an association with meat and status, and that is something that I feel like people have the problem with breaking. Because most people will happily eat fruit and vegetables. Most people will. But there's always this thing of like, oh, if I don't eat meat, do I even feel like I've had a proper meal? Has the marketing made me feel less like a man by not eating meat? And is it seen as glamorous and status marvoilier to go to a restaurant and not eat meat? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's around like the culture of meat eating, there's so many other things that need to be sort of like understood alongside actually just eating meat. Does that make sense? There's like there's like a thing around it. It's like meat eating is here and then there's all this like influence around it. It's very strange.
Half is about there.
Half a teaspoon of green women.
I'm good, thank you.
Danielle's rule change lunch plan is very different, starting with a prayer.
How do you feel like praying before? I can say the prayer, but before we eat.
I'm okay with that.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah, see, that's like...
Okay. So, we normally close our eyes. So, you can just look down if you like. Okay. So, dear Lord, thank you for the food that we've received. Thank you for my new family. Please bless us as we eat. In Yeshua's name, amen.
See, that's like quite pleasant.
So,
it's part of the ritual of belief.
That have chicken and prawn in it. Would you be open to trying a little bit?
I know that I won't.
Okay.
Savvy, would you be open to trying a little bit? You sure?
Interesting.
First it was prayers, and now meat gets the thumbs down from Savvy.
Well, Savvy didn't give thumbs down to the prayer, let's be honest. She didn't say no. If a child is like put in a situation like this who's never experienced it before, they're not going to know what it is. It's going to seem weird. Quite frankly, kind of agree. It is kind of strange to be like, no, before we do anything, we must invoke the ritualistic rites of those who have died before us. That is kind of strange. But it's also, she didn't also say thumbs down. I think, being thankful for where your food comes from, being thankful and taking a second to think about what it is that you're eating is not like there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think she said thumbs down to that. She's also 6 years old, so does she even know what a thumb is?
It's ketamine and MDMA.
So I hope it tastes good.
This will actually be quite good with chicken.
It's okay?
It's good.
You like it? Good.
The veggie curry goes down surprisingly well.
Well, of course, because most of the time it is just vegetables.
Amira's loyalties stay staunch.
When my mum makes it, she usually puts it really spicy, and that's what we like about it. And she puts chicken
Spices, again, are not a meat product.
in with it.
If you are eating spicy chicken, are you tasting the chicken or are you tasting the spice? Is the chicken just a vessel for the spice? Could the chicken be replaced with anything with a fibrous texture because you're actually enjoying the spice? The spice is what gives you the endorphin response in the body. So there is open to interpretation here, and I think a lot of it is just what people are used to, and that's also fine. I'm not here to convert anyone from anything doing ever. I'm just here to make myself, mainly myself here, maybe by some extension, some of the people here that might be watching the video as well, just kind of like ask extra questions, just like critically think about what it is and why we do things, why things are the way they are. I love questioning why, like why and how.
It makes it even better.
How do you feel about someone eating it or it going to waste?
Okay. That is I can see what you're saying there, like it's been bought.
Yes.
My small argument would be that if I was to eat meat and I was to enjoy it, that might overcome all the stuff that I know is good sense. I know that meat is tasty. I mean, I have enjoyed meat. I did enjoy meat when I was younger. I know it tastes good. I'm feeling fine about...
There is something called freeganism. Have you heard about this? Have you seen it? Do you know what it is? Do you know, sis? It's when an item has already been bought, paid for, and already processed, and it just arrives in your house. You have an ethical question then to say, does this food go to waste, or do I eat it? I feel like there is a very, implicit question here of, if you eat it and enjoy it and it's going to lead you down a really difficult path of maybe you won't come back from it, and then you're changing who you are as a human being, then I think you probably should not eat it, and that small amount of waste would actually be beneficial in the long term. However, if you don't have to ask yourself those questions, and you know for a fact you can just eat whatever it is, a chicken burger, let's just say, random example, someone's been to McDonald's, coming over to your house, they've brought a McChicken sandwich with them, and you're just like, oh, I don't eat meat, but do you know what, like, it's here, you've bought it for me, you've left it here, sure, I'll eat it so it doesn't go to waste. If you're then like, do you know what, that was fine, didn't change my life, not that interested, probably won't do it again. There's no problem with doing that either. I feel like being a vegetarian and being vegan is very much like a scale. I know, for example, when I was vegan for 6 years, when I think about the amount of meat products that I just didn't consume and the amount of dairy products at that time that I just didn't consume, if I try to sort of rationalize it as the way of like, how many cows was that? How many chickens was that? I know it doesn't really work to do that, but it sort of helps you contextualize what it is that you're doing. Because I didn't eat meat for any of those days, like if I had one portion of meat now, my overall net impact on the animal kingdom is still minus. Do you know what I mean? It's very capitalist to think of it as like a business sense, but sometimes it does actually help wrap your mind around difficult questions to ask like this, because let's say you replace meat with anything else. I know that not anything else is necessary, but for example, alcohol. In my life, I do not drink alcohol. And if someone was to buy me alcohol as a gift, it would come into my house, I would pour it straight away. That is a waste, but I also know that if I drank that alcohol, even if in a gift situation, that has potential to ruin my life, and I do not want to indulge in that. And I think the same thing can be said with like diet for like fun foods, for example. Like if someone comes over and brings an entire chocolate cake to my house, I'm gonna find it so difficult to not completely ruin my diet by eating that chocolate cake. So quite often I will be like, do you know what? I don't want that chocolate cake. It's going to ruin the way my body works. There is a question to be asked here, and I think it very much comes down to your individual personage. What a difficult question, girls. No.
Not saying yes to the meat. Everyone has a say in what they consume.
Yes.
I don't think that he's giving it much thought. I think it's more come from his wife.
I think that was a lot of thought, actually. I don't agree at all there.
It's the next morning.
It's the
and
next
Amira
morning,
has
girls.
Some
She's got
burning
gout.
environmental questions for Christy.
Why do you think it will change
Why do I
the
think,
world?
Why do I think it'll change the world?
Ooh.
Well,
that's a big question.
I think the more people that do this, the more people that make these kind of changes, the much healthier and happier our planet's going to be.
Yes.
I used to create rubbish and not think about putting things in the bin and the harm that was causing with the creation of those products and where it was going afterwards. I didn't know.
In our religion, we eat meat. So how are we, because you believe what you believe, and we believe what we believe. So how are we supposed to change not to eat meat when our belief is to eat meat?
Do you think that your God wants to harm the planet?
Well, that's another story. That's when Satan comes in. He's the one that's harming the planet.
Let's not say that, sis. Noah's Ark. Okay, so this is where it loses me, because if you actually study the Bible as in-depth as I have, you will find inconsistencies about certain teachings and about how cavalier God can be in regards to waste of human life. I think this isn't a question for someone who is adolescent to be able to understand the full scope of what it is that they are saying right now. I feel like that comes from parental influence and not from critical thinking about what you're being told.
I think it's probably very confusing for Amira
Yes.
because when you're a kid, you listen to your parents,
Yes,
you
very
do
that.
what they say, and you live as they live. And to have this random stranger come in and suddenly say that the way you're doing things
She's
is maybe
very
not great,
self-aware.
that must be really weird for her.
Yes?
She can...
in reality, most people don't think that they are bad people. Most people think that they're doing the best they can, and the system that we live in, which is whether that's a religious system, whether that's just pure capitalist system, whether that's even at your job or something like that, like a hierarchical system, you always believe that you are doing your best and you're making the best choice you can with what is available to you. And to have someone actually show that some of the decisions you're making is not actually that good for you or for those around you it does create animosity, and it creates that, no, how dare you don't know what I've been through. And I can totally understand that because I'm human. I do the same thing. It's incredibly human to want to be able to know that you're doing the best that you can. And sometimes we don't like being told that we're not, especially by another human. I do often wonder, though, if religious people do think that Jesus is coming back, or, like, there's going to be a resurrection or something, like, what's going to happen next? Like, he's come back, and what if he does say, like, everything you've done is wrong, the way that you're living is wrong, plastic is evil, you've destroyed your home. Like, what happens then?
Live that way if she wants to live that way. She can tell us to, maybe we might try it, but the way we want to live is the way we want to live, and that's the way we want to keep it.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Do you know?
On the other side of town, Davian's left for work, and under the new rules, Danielle introduces Savvy to the Bible, starting right at the start, as you do with Genesis.
Interesting.
What do you think about God creating the earth? Do you think that's cool? That is cool, eh?
I can't help but see it as spreading poison. I really can't help but see it as spreading poison. Religion had such a negative effect in my life. Profoundly negative. And I am so much more free by believing in the power of self. I do feel like I'm watching someone poison a child.
But I don't believe it.
You don't believe in God. What do you believe in?
Fairies.
Yeah.
Fairies.
Unicorns.
You might as well, sis. Never been spotted in the same room.
I'm going to look on the positive side and say it's a new experience for
It's
Savannah,
a cultural
and
experience.
she now understands more about it.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not too worried.
I would never be invited into someone's house and say, what you're doing is wrong, girls. I would never do that, because people are entitled to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't directly affect my life.
While Christy's getting her
and my rights
teeth into a homemade eco-remedy.
We're making toothpaste. Do you want to watch? We have got 3 ingredients in here.
Right.
Do you know
Coconut
what
oil.
that is?
Is that oil pulling?
Coconut oil.
Yes.
This is baking soda.
No,
Go.
we're not doing all that.
Ooh, it smells like bubblegum.
Bubblegum?
Yeah, it does.
It's actually peppermint oil.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
That's
11,
far
12,
too
13,
abrasive.
14,
Far too abrasive.
20. Mix it all up. You're an expert at making toothpaste. Clever girl. I think it's ready. What do you think, Alea? Do you like it?
Oh! Yeah.
No, that's too abrasive, sis. No.
Under her new rules,
Right, let's see.
Danielle wants Savvy to learn the value of work and reward,
Okay.
starting with some
She is
entrepreneurial
6, so let's
car
not
washing.
start doing all that.
Here you go. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you, lady. $5,000.
No money before, but I have had money.
And now
but
she's
it
gonna
was
go spend it on
old
plastic and sweets.
Style money. So I couldn't use it for anything.
Right.
Savvy and Danielle waste
Sorry,
no
what was that?
I've had no money before, but I have had money, but it was the old style money. So I couldn't use it for anything.
An old style of money?
Savvy and Danielle waste
see.
no time and are straight down the
It's because new
shops
money is made
to
from
spend their
plastic.
pay.
So annoying.
It's cool, eh? It feels nice and squishy.
There are plastic temptations at every turn.
God, there are, aren't there? God,
The hardest part of
poison.
living under Danny's rules was probably that moment where Danny took her to the shops and she bought some things with Danny.
If you want to hang.
Plastic is a poison. Plastic is absolutely a poison to our bodies. It disrupts your endocrine system, and alongside some like birth control practices, there's even some evidence to suggest that it is solely the reason behind why the quality of men's sperm in the last 60 years is less than half. It's shocking. Plastic, no!
Push the money over to her.
Whilst I'm surrounded by
In
it.
a
Well,
way,
I'm not even, I don't
having
even have
Savannah
that
go to the
much.
shop and buy something is giving her a taste of it, and she obviously enjoyed it to some degree. So maybe that's been
Everyone's tops
detrimental
are so
for us,
exciting.
but gives us a chance to talk about it afterwards.
Yes.
Me and Savannah have had so much fun. We done Bible study, and then we done car washing, and she earned some money, so then we went
wouldn't say
shopping
that's
for lollies
fun.
and a toy.
But, you know, each
Hi,
their
son.
own.
Over at the Lawsons,
woman.
Ben's home and seems unimpressed with the state of the house.
Right. What does that mean? Oh dear.
Christy's not able to keep up with what Danielle usually does.
Well,
on a
yeah, of
daily
course.
basis.
She's not used to it.
Dinner ready yet?
Dinner is taking a lot longer than it normally would. It's not ready because I don't have the cookware that I usually use.
Pretty hungry.
You're hungry? All right, well, there's plenty of food in the pantry. I can make you a sandwich if you like.
That'll be cool.
You like a sandwich?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do you want on it?
Meat.
A meat sandwich.
Ben's patience is starting to wear thin.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, his patience isn't
As
really
dinner
wearing
gets
thin. That's a
later
bit
and later,
heavy
Christy
reading.
decides a lecture in recycling should take priority for our hungry family.
Some of this stuff is recyclable. What stuff can go in the recycling bin?
That.
No, that's banana. Banana is compostable. We've got a glass jar. This is recyclable. Paper is recyclable. Paper is not going to break down in landfill. It's going to emit methane, and that is a gas that contributes to climate change, the warming of our planet. So, yeah, do you reckon there's a bit of room
She
for
seems
improvement?
quite knowledgeable. I wonder what it is that she, like, how she found herself in this
I'm ready
lifestyle.
for things to go back to normal again, but I am a little bit tired of things that are happening, like my rubbish getting thrown in front of my front door.
He seems
Next
very
on Wife
stable
Swap,
about it,
the-
though. He didn't. There was no explosion. There was no like fiery debate about anything. Although we are just about to see the reunion, girls. I don't understand. I'm a simple woman.
And the Hughes, their week on Wife Swap is very nearly done.
Right.
Danny
Time to
and
pack
I
your things and go
have had a
home.
ball.
I honestly thought there'd be way more explosions than this.
She's awesome.
I don't have high hopes for meeting Christy. I can already tell what her personality is like.
She doesn't have any high hopes.
Before Christy
goodness.
departs, there's some forgiving and forgetting required.
Oh, little kitty.
No more going in bedrooms, okay? It's okay, we're friends again.
Little kitty.
Two uncharacteristically tense pairs make their way to be reunited
little
with their
photo.
partners.
She doesn't look
and
pleased.
thoughts turn to how everyone will get on.
I am really nervous about this table discussion.
It's been a pretty crazy experience, right?
Yeah, it has. It's been crazy.
Yesterday, I was excited about seeing Christy, and of course, I'm still really looking forward to seeing Christy, but yeah, I kind of got this nervous thing going on right now. I don't know why.
Oh, prophecy, Mystic Meg.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
Jeep.
I'm good.
Oh. It's very mild, wasn't it?
Hi!
Hi.
Oh, they seem a bit more excited. Oh.
Oh, I missed you so much.
Okay, right, here we go. Are you ready, everybody?
Thanks for
Are you
trusting
ready?
me with your family.
Oh no,
You're very brave.
You're very brave for taking on 4 children.
That was a lot.
Your daughter, Savannah.
Okay,
she's
they're
such
holding
a sweetheart.
hands.
Your kids were so welcoming and really, really cool. Like, they just kind of rolled with it for the most part. I think at points Amira was a little bit unsure, but she's kind of hard to read sometimes. A little bit quiet or a little bit kind of, who are you coming in and telling my family how to live, you know?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
I guess my first impressions were that you guys maybe just aren't aware of some of the issues that I'm aware of.
But then the truth starts to come out.
There was a lot of plastic packaging, a lot of
The truth starts to come out. The narrator's trying to make it more drama.
to the rubbish bin that shouldn't go into the rubbish bin.
You have an immense amount of time on your hands. So I found it very hard. For the first 3 days was probably the hardest because...
But the funny thing is that you didn't have much to do, did you?
Yes.
Because we just didn't really make
Well, that's
a
the
mess.
thing. I was kind of
No, you just don't do much.
Right, so we don't make a mess. Is
I
that what you
was
mean?
talking to Ben about this. Like, in our house, we don't have pets.
You don't do much. Oh, see, this is where I feel like a lot of the conversations of like sustainability come into, because I feel like a lot of people are so busy that they'll say things like,
Well, I just don't have the time to do it. I just don't have the time to think about the environment.
and it's like, well, if you don't have the time to think about the environment's not going to have time to think about you or your children or your children's children. I think, you know, in the future, we're going to look back at people that are living now, including myself, and we're going to say what selfish people they were because they didn't consider their own impact on the world around them. Oh, okay, it's getting a bit explosive, girls. There was a bit of venom in that one, wasn't there?
Pets cause a mess. We've got one child, and she's much easier to manage, and she kind of, yeah, so it's just a lot less to deal with, I guess.
I had the best experience with Savvy.
What did you guys do?
Damien might not think so.
Okay. These guys went to Jeff and Jenny's and washed their car.
And then she got to go to the shop and spend it. What did she buy?
Plastic.
She bought a plastic slap thing because it was pink.
Oh, shit. I hate that stuff.
I personally couldn't do it.
Which bit?
Live under your guys' strict rules.
Which particular rules?
Like, just the way you live in general.
We have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Can you be more specific in your...
Well, you know how you just naturally live at home?
Yeah.
And the way you live, I couldn't adhere to that.
The whole thing or particular bits?
I think the whole thing. Okay. Except for the plastic part. Love the plastic part.
Okay.
Can do that.
So it's the food bit you didn't like?
Vegetarian, it's fine, but nutritional values, it's not there with the vegetarian.
Yes, it is, sis. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. The only thing that you don't get from a vegetarian-based diet is B12, and B12 you don't even get from meat, you get from bacteria, so...
Are you kidding me?
What?
So we done Bible study.
How did she respond to that?
Are you okay with this?
Sure.
She was really happy with it. She was fine with it.
So what did you do with it?
I read the verses from the Bible and we drew pictures.
Oh, she would love that because she loves reading and she loves drawing. What concepts did you discuss?
So we started off with God creating the earth.
And yes, but she did also say, I believe in fairies and unicorns, so...
So I had this moment, I didn't think I'd say this to you face to face, but it was really dark. But like it's literally, my emotions got hold of me and you were looking down on me smiling with this grin that suddenly started looking like a bit evil.
Religion is evil.
About the money, and especially, she was like, and Savannah can buy anything she wants. And she just looked at me and smiled and I thought she looked like the devil.
But you know, our family's not going to start eating meat. Ethically, I have major issues with it. We are doing such horrific harm to our environment with all of our reliance on animal agriculture. It's just damaging our planet. I want my daughter
they
to
have
grow up in a
glazed
place
over, they don't
where
care.
she is not swimming through shit. I want her to grow up in a place where we're not being victimized by the results of our stupid actions and, you know, climate change and stuff. This is a direct result of our consumption. Regardless of what you believe, whether there's a God or not a God, your kids' health are at risk.
I feel a bit thinking about this only because you are eliminating one of the issues when there's so many other issues like within your own home that can help stop. Do you know what I mean?
Again, I'm not claiming to be perfect, and we have still got a long way to go. But you have to start somewhere. You can't just give up and go, oh, this is just the way that humans are. Let's just keep screwing up the planet.
Yeah, that's
We can't continue like this.
She provides a very good argument. Like, she hasn't said, you have to live the way I'm living. She's just said, I'm trying to be better. And honestly, I do feel like one of the ways that I try and live my life is by example. I'd like to think of myself as very welcoming, very understanding. I like to try and see points of an argument that make sense. But I also know the value of the argument of experts versus opinion.
Look, I'll be honest. I would like to see you think how this is going to come across. I want to say I'd like to see you think more rationally about some stuff.
But yeah, I really want to thank you for the experience. It's opened my mind.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult.
It made me appreciate my family a lot more.
Wow. Oh,
Zero
I
waste.
can breathe.
It's sort of like a religion too. So we're, you know, both evangelizing, sort of, you know, our lifestyles and
Yeah.
I want to sit down and not have chaos around me and not have weird smells around me and not have to be tiptoeing around people because I think some of the things they're doing are weird.
This has made me appreciate you more, to be honest, I promise.
Yeah, like...
It's been hard without you.
Hi!
Oh, hi, son.
Right, is this the end? What happens next? Goodness me. We don't learn any of the rules in this bit, do we? We don't feel like, they did this and then they lived happily ever after.
You make me sandwich. Oh, it's yummy. I don't think the Lawsons will adopt any of our lifestyle. I think they're one-sided.
Danielle attempted to convert my daughter. Good luck to her. Attempted to convert my daughter. Good luck to her. She's left some plastic waste behind. That's because she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Hopefully she's going to go home and Ben's going to have a bit more of a chat to her about that stuff.
I feel sorry for Savvy, yeah. She'll always be on my heart, that's for sure. But I got that experience with her, so that's one thing she will be able to remember, and they can't take that away from her.
Oh, no. I've got some thoughts, my loves. Did you enjoy your little pillow? Did you enjoy your little pillow? So, my loves, I have some thoughts about this episode. So, I have a feeling I'm probably going to upset a few of you that regularly watch my content. And I want you to understand something about me. As someone who's grown up visibly queer, visibly LGBT, visibly different, I was persecuted by religion. I was told daily that people of my kind go to hell. There is no future for us. We are demons. So that is why I am the way that I am. I understand that religion can be an in club. An in club. And if you are the way that everyone says you should be, you're in that club. If you're not, you're out. So when I criticize certain aspects of ritual associated with organized religion, it is purely from an outsider perspective. And you do not have to listen to me. You do not have to like what I have to say. But this is 100% free content on the internet, and you don't have to engage with it if you don't want to. I will say I found this episode very interesting to watch because it's almost a masterclass in watching people have to face things that they find very uncomfortable. These are two fundamentally opposing lifestyles. One basically is the worship of Mother Nature, and the other is worship of deity. And I feel like those two things, although they sound very similar, are fundamentally incompatible, because when you have people that have such deep-rooted beliefs that what they are entitled to on this planet is their entitlement, you can never change that. You can only ever say, what about if you had a little bit less of that entitlement? Whereas, on the other hand, people that perhaps worship Mother Nature can sometimes feel a little bit militant. Because unfortunately, to be a human living at this point in this world, right now, is to be a destructive force. Humanity is a destructive force on this planet. You can literally look outside your window right now and think, maybe 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, the entire area was just wild fauna and flora. We have domesticated ourselves. We have walled our own beliefs in to make us believe that we are the most important creatures that have ever walked this earth. And in several million years' time, we will be but a memory. But it is very difficult to see those sorts of conversations happen, so I don't know, through the guise of reality TV. I don't think that's the right place to have them. What do you think, little biscuit? No thoughts, only vibes? No thoughts, just chicken for biscuit? So, my lovelies, I think I've said quite a lot in this episode so far. As I say, you don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't even have to agree with the way that I react to certain things that I've experienced negatively in my life. I actually feel like a sense of community is very valuable for lots of people, and religion quite often gives that to people. It gives people a sense of purpose, and it gives people a sense of community and like believing in something bigger than themselves, which does provide beneficial systems in day-to-day living. However, I will say that you can go around the world and it will be a different god under a different name, and any time in history will be different gods under different names. Are you enjoying the sunshine and the warmth for a nice change, even though it's summer in England? So, my lovelies, welcome back to another episode of Wife Swap New Zealand, girls!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
This show has been a roller coaster. We've seen some examples of people that I would not like to socialise with. We've seen some examples of people that I would like to socialise with. And the last episode of this show was so respectful and well done that I'm genuinely gagged that it came from a show like this. But I'm also very, very, very glad that it did, because a lot of you guys also felt the same way, sharing your own personal stories in the comments. So after that video went live, I was actually tagged in a post on Facebook on Simone's wall, and she's actually been through a huge personal development after getting her gastric surgery, and she's actually had a really thriving life after appearing on the show. How many times can you hear that on this Chanel, my lovelies, with the type of reality TV shows that we watch? How many times? So, my lovelies, I'm actually away from London right now, so this is being pre-filmed for your viewing content. Isn't that right, little biscuit? You're gonna go and stay with your auntie, and you're gonna enjoy the back garden, screaming at pigeons. My little biscuit boy. One of the top comments on the last episode of Wife Swap New Zealand, girls, was by Dirty Uncle Owen. Oh, that sort. And they say, as heavy as this could have been, I have to say this is the most positive episode we've seen. Completely agree. It was actually really nice to see a TV show like this do it in such a positive, well-rounded way, because it could have easily gone in all sorts of different directions, especially if it was made maybe 10 years earlier. Although there were a couple of production moments, I feel like that's the case in any of these shows that we watch. It was actually very tame and well done. So that does actually open up the question, what on earth are we gonna see today, my lovelies, in Wife Swap New Zealand, girls? I'm very, very, very excited, because this series is so unpredictable, episode to episode, an emotional roller coaster, but it's the kind of coaster that when you get on the ride, you don't really know where you are, and you don't really know what's going to happen, and you don't even know where you're going to end up. With that being said, my lovelies, as I said earlier, I really don't know what we're going to expect today, so today is episode 4. These episodes don't have titles, as far as I can tell. So, are you ready, my loves? Grab yourself a beverage. Today I am again on the Pepsi Max, drunk from the skull of my enemies. Isn't that right, Biscuit? You're really low energy today. You're just not in the mood. Not in the mood for all this. Well, what you can do is go and sit on your pillow if you like. And you can have a nice little rest and maybe a little chew toy. Yes. Yes. Does that sound good? Chicken? All right, my loves. Pop your hanger right into your little New Zealand hole. And let's watch Wife Swap New Zealand.
Tonight on Wife Swap.
Tonight,
this
girls.
family is Christian. This one agnostic. This family has a child. This one has enormous fur babies.
Dogs and gays.
Hooray! Everyone's a winner.
On Wife Swap New Zealand.
On Wife Swap, girls. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen today?
Meet the Solankis. This is 11-year-old Sid, entrepreneur Shirag's the dad, and here's Mum, community volunteer
RuPaul?
Community volunteer Rupal.
We had an arranged marriage, so we didn't know each other. I was selected by my mother-in-law. She pestered him that he should get married to me and he should take me out for a cup of coffee to know more about.
And I said no, so she threw a shoe polish brush onto me.
She was very upset, yeah. So he had to, and that's how we met for the second time. So 1st October we saw each other, 3rd October we met for coffee, 9th October we got engaged, 14th October we got married, and 17th October he was in New Zealand.
And then we had a son into the...
That's fast. No, regardless of what your opinions are on arranged marriage, personally, I think we should be able to choose freely who we wish to marry and who we wish to involve in our lives in any capacity. That is kind of quick to get married, no?
8, so we're a family of 3. And we got a darling cat named Rexy. So that's us. RuPaul is the one who looks after Sidraj 24/7, I should say. I just enjoy her. She's the one who looks after.
She's a go-getting mum with it all.
Yeah, she's really helpful for others. She gives a lot and she would take care of someone.
For Sidraj, he is born in a Christian family. He knows about Jesus, but he needs to respect what others are thinking or what their beliefs are. Not be shocked one fine day, oh, I was in this small world, small space with these type of people and I thought the world is full of them, but no.
So we do a lot of activities. And this is a room where we also...
I must have missed that earlier.
...play squash, but with only one wall. And then you just go with a table tennis bat and a table tennis ball. And tell you, in 20 minutes, we are sweating.
Yeah.
Wait, they have a squash room in their house? With a television in the room? That sounds like danger to me, girls.
We do theatre together. We put things together as of directing or what else should be done and things like that. And
they are women of the theatre, girls.
Spend our time alone when we have to talk.
Honeymoon!
My life is my husband and my son. So I'm hoping to just get out of my routine, to be honest. So I think we are just stepping out of the comfort zone to experience
Oh yes, quite out of the
different.
comfort zone. Two giant dogs.
The Withers Borwicks. Gary's a business owner. This is Great Dane Luther. Lily's the pup, and here's ex-dancer John, a personal trainer.
28 years. Look at that beautiful Great Dane. I couldn't possibly have a large dog simply because they require A, a huge amount of exercise, which is not very fitting with my lifestyle living in an apartment. B, a lot of food. And C, they produced large volumes of waste, shall we say. Feces. Don't have any time for all that, girls.
Ago, was it love at first sight? I think maybe no.
Ooh.
He stalked me.
I was going to leave my card under his door.
But he didn't. He did, because I heard a noise at the. I heard a noise at the door, so I opened the door and he fell through into the hallway. And that's how it all started.
Oh, that's kind
Our
of sweet.
household is 2 dogs and 1 cat.
That is a beautiful
2 dogs
house.
are easier than 1. We've had up to 6.
The size of that living room / open plan kitchen diner with an island and places to dine and entertain. Oh, why do I live in London?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Luther he's just turned 2 years of age. He's crazy, but he's lovely.
He's huge, the size of that foot.
And Lily, who only arrived 4 weeks ago, she's as sweet as anything. In my spare time, I'm involved with...
What would you do if you saw a Great Dane biscuit? Probably just immediately be like...
I'm calling the police. The dogs. I judge dogs. I exhibit dogs.
Ah, he's
Hopefully
a
the new wife,
showwoman.
she'll like dogs. I'm sure she'll enjoy picking up their poos and wiping their slobber.
No.
Won't she?
No.
I love feeding everybody. It's that Polynesian background that I have, so it's all about nurturing.
You see, I don't cook.
family
I
and the
boiled an egg
kitchen.
once, burnt it. I'm over-nurtured.
I do wonder how they choose these scenes from like a production point of view to put in as like, this is what these well-rounded people do. Why was the other family involved just being like, well, we play squash in the living room, and here it's like, I cook, and we have a scene of my saucepan cooking.
Don't worry, there's more to love.
Who's having a drink? Don, do you want one?
I better have one.
17 shots of vodka.
Bottoms up and the double laps.
Any sort of homophobic problems that could be an issue, especially if there are children and if they're not aware or have been channeled to think a certain way. I'm quite a sensitive person.
Oh, it could be quite explosive, couldn't it? Religion doesn't have the best track history with a homosexual.
Are you homosexual?
And wouldn't want to show those feelings, but I'd probably go to my bedroom and have a big ball.
I'm sure I'll cope.
You will.
John's the wife.
Phobias are so
I'm not the wife,
stupid.
but I think it'd be really intriguing just to see where I'm going to be placed and the dynamics from that point.
Oh, he's the wife in this concept. Oh, that's fun. It's like that age-old questions that straight people used to ask gay people all the time. It's like, well, so who's the girl? It's like, well, the point is there isn't one. Use your imagination, sis.
Just got to go with the flow and...
Go with the flow. I'm just really laid back, quirky. Gotta be mad twerky, girls.
To leave.
Right.
Mixed emotions. I'm a bit pampered at my house, like getting my morning tea and getting certain things done by my husband. So I'm not sure what I'm looking forward to.
Is having a morning
and-
tea pampering?
Yeah.
Or is that baseline?
And staying away from my son. That's the hardest.
I
think it's just going to be pretty cold.
I'm sorry. Bijou, beautiful, gorgina girls.
Pussy.
Pussy.
And if it isn't, then you just have to deal with it. You know, it's all about communicating and respecting whoever I'm going to be living with.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I wonder if this woman had any stretch of the imagination that they should be swapping, like, wives with a homosexual couple. Or I assume they're homosexual. They might both be bisexual. We don't know. We haven't been told. I can't think of another instance that we've actually seen something like this on the Chanel. I feel like any instance of, like, gay representation we get is usually from the modelling shows, and it's not always the best. Although, who else did wife... I know that Pete Burns did wife swap, so that's technically, like... similar sort of idea, but Pete is a different entity entirely, really, isn't he?
I want that coat back within the next 2 hours.
Everything is on my phone. My whole planner, my events. It's like cutting my life short. Pictures. I need to take some selfies and oh my God, how can I survive without Facebook? People will wonder where I've been lost.
John, did you remember to pack a photograph of me?
No, but I've got a couple of the animals. That'll do.
Look at this bijou house.
There's one thing that RuPaul and John have insisted on packing.
Oh, what's that?
So these are the spices for a complete Indian recipe for an Indian curry. I'm just taking it in case I can cook and let them taste my kind of cuisine and see what I eat.
Okay.
What's in this box?
A dead body.
I know it! A few condiments. I can't bear to be without. See? Look.
Interesting. That whole box looks very keto.
Excuse me, I will not have that. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
So this is the first time that we've actually seen like stipulated things that they want to bring to the other household. And ironically, it's both food products. I'd take my dog.
What are we going to eat?
Oh, there's a full pantry in there.
Not a pantry vlog. This season has reintroduced us to the concept of a pantry vlog. Aren't you all happy about that?
No.
Oh, goodbye.
Don't be very angry.
I'm going to live with the gays. Bye, family.
Can't believe you're taking these. What am I going to use?
He's not taking them, is he?
Phones are handed over.
Mind you, he is a personal trainer, so I would assume that some level of, like, passion for the gym needs to remain.
Let's see how you survive without this.
Yeah, I know.
Without your TikTok.
She's gonna do a TikTok, girls. TikTok queen. Get that creative
Just be
fun.
yourself. Be strong. You'll be fine.
Yeah, bye, Mom.
See you soon.
I do wonder how it's going to go. I have interesting feelings.
Have fun.
This show is kind of a couple of years old, so we didn't quite have that wave of anti-LGBT like stances just yet. This is like 2018, 2019, I believe, so we didn't have that like huge backlash yet. But I don't really... Is New Zealand very like LGBT friendly? I don't know a lot about like New Zealand's policies on the LGBTQIA folk. But like I have friends who've been and I have friends who live there, and it doesn't seem bad. I mean, I guess everywhere kind of has its problems. And the UK at the moment is just like literally turf island.
Oh, you're going to miss me. It's going to be terrible for you.
Now remember, be nice, be nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.
Goodbye.
Neither partner has any clue about where they're going.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm just having this mixed emotions of leaving behind and...
Do you reckon they're going to be like, hi, I'm in a gay relationship? Or do you think it will be like, is she gonna find out? That she's like, and what does your wife do? Well, top me.
Oh my Michelle.
Oh no, not gay jokes, no say.
Feeling excited to go somewhere.
Come this far now, it's like, can't turn back.
No. Well, I mean,
Before
you could be
they
like,
meet
I'm
their
leaving.
families,
Get out of the car.
John and RuPaul get a chance to be home alone and do a
Oh
spot.
my God. I've just realised, on the other hand, it's like this Christian guy is suddenly going to have a husband for the week. Ah, fascinating.
Speculation.
Is he just going to be like, who is this man in my house?
Wow. Where am I going to go? Down here. Okay. I'm very intrigued about no sort of furniture in here.
Oh, I'm all nervous. Stop it. Are we going to see a hate crime?
That's really nice. Beautiful.
Oh, look.
Wow, that looks royal.
Bijou.
Oh my God, I don't know how to use this machine.
Aha, there's a
she's
child.
going to have proper princess. A princess week, isn't she?
So that's one kid.
A child.
The wine cellar. Seriously? Oh my God.
A wine cellar?
Someone working in the movies, actors, health conscious, or some designer or model.
If this is a master room, I assume it is. I think that's it. So I just want to get this out, say. One child, one other bedroom.
Dogs again. Wow. Championship certificate. Oh, the dog's certificate. So the dog is a champion. Oh, I better start loving dogs.
Ah, there's money in dog.
Oh my God, hello.
Ah, little Bettina.
Hello. Oh, you're beautiful.
I can smell dogs and look at their beds. Oh my God.
They are big beds.
Seriously? I have to look after dogs. I like small, cute ones. These are like half menses, and I'm sure there are no kids, which is really making me sad because they would have actually helped me calm.
Both John and RuPaul have written detailed manuals with the rules of the household explained. For the
I suppose she does only have to, like, stay with one person for the week. I wonder how the rules are going to be changed. How she's going to change any rules. Because it's just like, a guy,
First 2 days, they must follow these rules, but then they get a chance to impose their own.
Hi there, my name is Rupal Solanki. Welcome to the Solanki's Nest. My family is made up of my loving husband, Chirag, our handsome man, Sidraj, and our beautiful Bengal cat, Rexy. We have a fairly traditional parenting style. We expect high levels of respect amongst each other.
My name is John Borwick. I live with my partner of nearly 28 years.
Okay, so he's come out via text.
Gary Withers. Oh my God, are you serious? No. That I have not had much experience of knowing closely any gay couples, but I know some people that only after talking to them and seeing how sweet and friendly they are, that I got to know that, oh, they are gay. And I was like, oh, you're so handsome.
Both Chirag and...
Was that a good reaction or was that a bad reaction? So there she said she's had friends that she's realised are gay, and then she's gone, oh, you're so handsome. Is that a positive reaction? I don't feel like that's positive. More investigation required. Is this going to be an explosive episode? Is that what you're here for? The tea? I know it!
You're so handsome.
Both Chirag and Sidraj love their meat and veggies. However, I am more into traditional Indian cooking. Yay.
My passion is for cooking and fitness. I have had a recipe book published in conjunction with another chef, and I still teach aerobics at 2 different gyms in Auckland. Dinner is smoked tuna salad. It looks easy, but I'm sure it's not easy because I don't know how to cook all these things.
Sidraj has
She doesn't seem very happy, does she? She kind of seems a bit like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore.
On Thursday, gets ready for swimming that starts at 4:30. Thursday, gets ready for swimming that starts at 4:30. Finishes at 5 p.m. After shower, goes to drum class. Finishes drum at 6 p.m. Goes to Eden Roskell.
Wow.
For cricket training. Wow, that's a long day.
That is
Luther is approaching 2 years of age, and last year was the top winning dog of his breed in New Zealand. I thought there is some celebrity in the house. Every day we pick up the dog poo and make sure there is always fresh, clean water in their various bowls. This is totally out of expectation. What I've seen here, like 2 big dogs and a gay couple. So, yeah, totally out of my comfort zone.
Hopefully that's not a problem.
The wait is over, and now it's time for John and Rupal to meet their new families.
Hello. Why do I feel I'm getting a similar sort of vibe? Do you remember when we were watching There's Something About Miriam in the early episodes, and it was just kind of like that general sense of unease? I don't know why, but I know like acceptance and integration is like the goal of life here on this planet, but it always feels like when the point of a show is a gay couple swaps with a straight couple, but only one of them, I just feel like it's a breeding ground for tension.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I'm John.
Hi, John. I'm Chirag.
Hi, Chirag.
Gagged.
Hello.
I'm Sidraj.
Hi, Sidraj.
You can
nice to
call me
meet you.
Sid.
I'll call you Sid. That's much easier.
Welcome home, I should say. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful place.
Oh, thank you so much. And did you look around?
I have done, yes.
Could his eyebrows go any higher?
Hello. I'm Gary.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Rupal.
Rupal.
Yes.
A lovely name. This is Lily.
Hi, Lily.
And this is Luther.
Oh, what lovely
my God,
calm
Luther,
dogs.
you are big.
Luther, come and say hello. Come on.
Oh, is he a bit like,
Who's this?
no, I'm frightened.
Are you shy? Hello?
He is until he gets to know you.
Size of that
okay.
dog.
Then he'll be sitting on your lap.
Oh.
Do you like dogs?
I've never experienced dogs and not these big. I didn't expect this, and I didn't expect these huge dogs silently moving around in the house. Luther was like a small horse in the house.
Very well
and he's so
behaved.
gentle, and Lily is like so sweet. I'm scared. I'll get into dogs now.
You're gonna get, yeah,
3
you
years
did great
back
day.
when we got the floor done, by the way, we do theatre. Did you watch anything
Yes, I
there?
have been reading that.
Right,
so this is your performance
This
room?
is more of a rehearsal place.
I was a little bit anxious because it could have gone either way, but it was totally the opposite. It was very smiley, and I think he looked quite relieved. Yeah, I wasn't in a frock or anything like that.
Is he a cross-dresser?
Oh dear.
So for dinner tonight, do you have anything that you prefer to have made for you?
Anything for us? We are fine with anything. And since you just mentioned that you used to run a catering company, mate, we got a master chef in the house.
He is talking at very high volume, isn't he?
How about we say grace before food? Is that all right with you?
Wow, a
You
chef!
say grace, because I wouldn't know what to say.
That's all right. Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful house, and thank you for this wonderful people around us, and thank you for the wonderful food. And
She seems lovely. Not what I was expecting. I thought maybe she'd be some ogre that was homophobic and dog-hating, but she seems not to be.
I mean, problematic language there. You can't expect everyone's going to be hateful, but I also do understand the idea of being a minority and thinking, oh, is everyone out to get me? Because sometimes it kind of feels that way. So I don't necessarily agree with calling people ogres, but yes, I think in an environment like this, especially when it comes to a production company wanting like the best drama for views, of course they would be involving someone who potentially could create that drama and create those views.
All going well?
Fantastic, yeah, all going to plan.
We never cut our carrots so long.
You do or don't normally?
We don't.
Oh, okay.
As a dad, I was a bit worried that how would my son see a new person in the house. He's happy. For him, it's like, boy zone. Let's have fun.
I'm just feeling very worried still about Chirag and Sidraj. I just feel as if, can I just make a phone call, or at least I know they're doing all right, or at least Sidraj, or if, you know, I can talk to him.
Next on Wife Swap.
Interesting. Is she a bit panicked that there's a gay person living in their house, potentially? And she wants to talk to her son. I mean, so far, it's actually quite tame. So far, this could have gone any which way, either way. Sure, the language is a little bit like, but this is a high-tension situation, so I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments box below already, my lovelies, because I'm nervous. Still, I don't think I'm going to stop being nervous until we stop this show.
It's day 2 in the Wife Swap
Day
houses,
2,
and
girls.
Rapal's got a lot of ground to
Daytona
cover as she
Beach.
starts the morning chores.
Right.
Every day, I know vacuuming is a good exercise, but John vacuuming this whole house every day, no wonder he's in aerobics and all those things. I'm already tired.
That is a large house to be cleaning
Is
by
this
one
enough,
person.
Lily? My idea of dogs is like they're going around everywhere. They're drooling and dribbling, and maybe some of them are shedding fur as well. But if you do this every day to do the mopping and cleaning, I think even the owners like who lives would feel good and fresh when they come home in the evening. Luther, are you inspecting what I just did? Is the house clean enough now?
He's like, no, I'm scared.
Pick up the dog poo. You need to show me where you have pooed. Is that dog poo white? Or is this a rock? Oh, God. Ah! Do I pick it up all? My God, it's in the grass. I'm not going to pick it up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Can't...
Yeah, this is why I don't want big dogs. No, thank you. No, my little biscuit boy.
I'm doing this.
It would be better if there was a way to train them to be like, you have this little area in the garden to always go in, so that it's relatively easy and straightforward to clean up. Like a specific patch of grass that's a different colour to the other grass, so that the dog could be like, that's my potty.
John's also on
I think when I have a garden, that's what I'll try and teach Biscuit to do.
housework duties and getting his head around Sid's exhaustive schedule of after-school activities.
Right.
This afternoon's pretty busy. I will pick Sid up from school and then we'll come home and I'll
I
give him
love a
something to eat,
sleeveless hoodie.
and then he'll get changed into his karate outfits. Pretty long day. I think he finishes about just before 8 p.m. and then I want to feed him when I get home. Gary and I have never really had that exposure on how much time a child could be structured. So that's very interesting. It'd be nice to talk to Sid one-to-one and just find exactly how he copes.
With the housework all done, the next task for Rupal is very special indeed, as she and Lily make their ring debut.
Dog
She's
training.
off to a flying start.
Oh my God.
So this is her first time out. She's only just got over her inoculation, so she's allowed out now.
Oh, good.
He's come for the ride, but hopefully he'll show you what to do.
I'm sure.
And hopefully...
I can't imagine trying to wrangle a Great Dane.
So this is the first time she will ever do something.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the
Oh,
first
yes,
thing
so
that
you
we
get the
need to do
little one.
when we're
Yes, that
showing a
makes
dog is the dog is always on your left-hand side. What we're trying to achieve is not a walk.
I used to do all of this, believe it or not. I was a junior handler and I've even been to Crufts. Can you believe that? Obviously not showing myself. I was showing my old dogs, Bubbles and Casper. No. They were little bichon frisés, little tiny balls of fluff. Completely different personalities to Mr. Biscuits.
What we're wanting to see is a nice gait, like a trot, and that gives the best movement for the dog in a conformation ring. All right, let's go.
That lead is very tight.
So quick run, keep going. So start running with her.
I guess
That's
they
it.
need to be, don't they? When they first wrangle.
Okay, and then just relax your left hand because it's a bit tight on her throat. When I came and I saw Luther and Lily, they looked like two big kids moving in the house, and especially Luther just standing next to me is like, you know, I'm having some really older boy next to me standing and Lily just playing around. It's just, I feel they are like
a
kids,
family
and
dynamic.
especially the way Gary and John have kept them in the house on open, and it just changed the whole concept for me. But I think staying for 1 week with two big dogs means I feel I've done half the course of how to handle a dog. Fantastic. Look at you being the pro. If we get a dog, the first thing that I'll teach Sidraj, you should be ready to pick up the poo. And I can teach him because I've become an expert in that now. I can see the poo from far away.
For John, he's on.
I'd quite like to stop hearing about poo, please, thank you.
For Sid.
How's your day been?
It's good. Yeah.
Was it pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. It's been busy. Well, it ain't over.
Yeah.
Oh yes, his busy day. What is it? Swimming, karate, baseball?
For this time I've gone without Mom, yeah. I am missing her. But John's been taking me around the activities and we talk to each other in the car a lot and we think we're friends now.
So far, so good. Everyone's so accepting in this dynamic, actually. I'm really surprised. The only person that perhaps has said something, even a modicum of problematic, is RuPaul, when she said, oh, you're gay. Oh, but you're handsome. You know, that's the only sort of problematic thing we've heard so far, and we're almost halfway through. So this could be a great representation.
My perception, certainly when I first arrived and looked at how much I was going to have to drive him everywhere for the amount of activities, I was a bit concerned that it was put on him, but he clearly just wants to do all of it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a certain point of time I feel just observing that, not maybe bang, 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 3 or 4 events after each other. You just need chill out time and...
Yeah, that is a
you're
lot,
a man.
isn't it? Is that every
Home
day?
from dog training, RuPaul and Gary get a chance for a chin wag.
So tell me about your religion.
Every day?
We are Christians.
Yeah.
But I don't like to say that. I would say we are followers of Jesus. I
Okay.
read in your notes that you were also born and John was also born in a Christian family, but you haven't been to a church. I just wanted to know, why don't you go to church?
To have that belief in something is, you know, it's just an extra crutch in a way, something else you can hang on to get through life.
You and me sitting like this and having a chat, it was planned.
Meant to happen.
Meant to happen.
I was meant to get a new wife this week. I was never religious, even before I really knew I was gay, so...
First time we've heard the word gay. Interesting concept here about religion. I was raised in my family household as not religious, but all of the schools I went to growing up were very religious, and I actually have a bit of religious trauma associated with it. I feel like now as a scientist and as an adult, I've been around the block, I've been around the planet a few times, I've been around the sun a few times, I know what I'm doing. I personally will say, I don't believe in God. I'm not even agnostic. I just don't believe in God. I feel like organized religion has its issues, but I always say if you have a personal relationship with whatever deity it is that gives you strength in your day-to-day life to make just, you know, living on this planet easier, then you do you, sis. You do you.
I would have thought religion, and if you believe in God, you just believe in love. And what people do in bed is their own affair, and why would anybody want to be involved in what I do in bed? Why is that important to them? The Bible says a lot of things,
Yes.
as you know.
And I know that you know a lot about the Bible.
Well,
and
no, I
sometimes
don't.
knowing a lot
No, I
is...
don't. I don't know a lot. But I do know that the Bible says a man shouldn't lay with another man.
Okay.
Mistranslation 1946.
Do not judge others. God created human beings? You are a human being?
I am.
You are a man?
Most of the time, I'm a human.
Then why are you concentrating on that particular line?
So you can pick out the bits you like.
I'm not saying you pick out the bits you like. You pick out the bits you best can give to God. The best part of you that you can give to God.
That's a very tricky answer.
No.
Very good.
When I got to know that the house that I'm going to be in is a gay couple's house, the first day was very difficult for me. In the morning when I woke up, I just thought to myself, Gary's just a normal human being, and how about I get to know more about it? Maybe this was the reason I wanted to get to know. Maybe God put this, you know, that I need to know some gay couples.
Well, she's got some like self-reflection.
Can you miss the hymns?
All that is important. It's like a recipe. You need to put the salt and you need to put the pepper and you need to put the curry paste and everything.
It's the rule change tomorrow, and so therefore I've got a feeling I'm going to be singing hymns tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll make you a promise. The first time I go to church, I will text you. And I said, I'm here. Yeah.
You can't text from the church.
Oh, can I?
You can take your phone, but you can't.
I just want to say, we're not brand new. No one on this planet of a certain age is brand new. We know how religion has felt for the longest time about people who do not fit the mold that religion suggests they should. And quite often that has been the LGBTQ community, and we have been persecuted by religion, and there is a lot of religious trauma with LGBTQ people. Therefore, I think suggesting that they should go to church is actually a negative for me. If you out there had a bad experience with a specific building or congregation of people and someone else around you said, you should give them another go back and see them. No, not for me. Do not agree.
Can't I?
No. If a gay person goes to church, you should feel happy about that no matter what. He's coming to church. He wants to have a conversation with God. He wants to be one-to-one.
You can have a conversation
no one has
with God
the right to be the
everywhere.
middle person and say, oh, you can't because he says no.
It's 8 p.m. and John and Sid are only just getting home.
With John being here, it's been great actually. I feel as if a cousin from India has come over and living with me. And yeah, it's been a great teamwork among all three of us.
Oh.
I hope he's enjoying the stay. I hope that. But for me and Sid, if I can speak on behalf of Sid, it's been great. Means we're enjoying the food.
He's so relaxed about everything.
Yeah, means it's fun. I don't mind him staying a bit longer. God, thank you so much for the wonderful family. The rule change tomorrow. I won't be anxious. I won't be worried about it.
Yeah, talking about rule changes, apart from the other house being introduced to religion, I don't really feel like there's going to be, like, huge changes, do you? It's not like RuPaul can say, oh, get rid of the dogs. Like, that's obviously not going to happen. And I don't know what's going to happen here. I feel like we're going down the storyline of Sid needs to be doing less after-school activities. Do you get that vibe? So far, still tame. Couple of confusing bits, but still tame. You know.
No. I'll just do it as it comes, and if I can do that, I'll do it. If I feel that's not me, then I might not. Thank you so much. Amen.
Oh. Let's listen to that again.
I'll just do it as it comes, and if I can do that, I'll do it. If I feel that's not me, then I might not.
Don't worry, he's not going to top you, sis.
Oh my God.
It's rule change day.
It's
and
rule
both
change
RuPaul
day,
and John
girls.
have
Oh,
ambitious plans.
Actually, I was really looking forward to today. Just get Gary out of his comfort zone. He is going to be a bit uncomfortable because some of the rules are like that. Maybe I'll look like a monster trying to get him do this, you know, sort of. No, we will do this now, you know. But I'm really looking forward to
Well,
his
as long as it's not just like religion
reactions.
heavy, then I think it will be fine.
Quite excited, actually. Not major changes, but just a few sort of elements that need to be in the house and a constructive point of view from myself.
A constructive point of view
Gary,
from
I
an
had a
outside.
great time, and I really like how welcoming and kind you have been. But now I'd like you to go out of your comfort zone a bit. I personally think no meal is complete without roti and rice. So rule number 1 is, I am going to teach you how to cook an Indian feast.
Oh, delicious.
To serve up to your friends in the weekend.
Oh my God.
Chirag, I've noticed.
Oh, yes, no, because his partner does all the cooking, doesn't he? So, show him a thing or two.
We to do any cooking. So I have bought a cookbook, and the recipes are really bomb-proof. And
is it your cookbook?
Yeah, I would like for you to cook for the next 2 nights for 7 nights.
Okay,
So
that's
I think
sensible. I feel like every adult on the planet, especially if they have a family, should know how to cook, because you never know when something happens and it's just like, oh, I have to cook now. I feel like being able to prepare even the most basic of a nutritious meal is a fundamental human skill that we need to have. So yes, happy with that. I think that's a very sensible rule change to be like, surprise, learn to cook.
Be great because you'll have fun. The whole point of actually having to do the actual exercises. So
And
that it
it's
can
very
be
like
a support
family oriented.
person for the report,
Cooking.
in particular when
I love cooking. I love cooking. When I've got my boyfriend over and we want to cook something together, it's so lovely. I absolutely love it. Love it, girls.
she's doing a lot of the dropping offs and picking ups in terms of the activities that Sid's involved with, because I've had a taste of it.
I am going to teach you a Bollywood dance routine.
Okay. Little dancing.
We are going to perform it together for your friends during our Indian feast.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Yes, I've got some friends coming over.
this is completely different to how I expected. I have to eat my simply because I'm kind of a pessimist. I've mentioned it before. I'm either always right or pleasantly surprised. The life of a pessimist. So I'm really glad that so far it just seems like fun. Everything's about fun, and that's what I feel like we don't see enough in these shows, because I'm still a bit like, oh, what's gonna happen? Anxiety! But it just seems to be like, and then we have some food, and maybe a little dance. Like, that's really nice, actually.
Looking for them and hey,
Oh,
if they
look,
can
the
eat
dog's
it,
like,
why
stop doing
not?
all that, play with
Dancing
me.
for them might be a different matter. They might have a good laugh at that. I'm sure they will.
Yes.
Hey,
Giggle at
in for a
Gary
penny, in for a
time.
pound.
Tomorrow we're going to be doing an activity, boys' time, and I won't let you know about what we're going to be doing.
He likes surprises anyways.
Yeah, okay, so
He likes
but it's
surprises.
definitely boys' time. Okay?
If I could choose one thing to do tomorrow, it would be bowling. It's pretty fun.
Something that's really important to me is being thankful for all the blessings we are given in everyday life. It would be a great idea to see you try making this a part of your day-to-day life.
Okay.
So the new rule is, we'll say a grace before every meal and a short prayer each time we leave the house to ask God that wherever we go, we get there safely and come back home safely. So that's going to start right now because...
That feels a little bit superstitious. But, I don't know, a rule change forcing people to pray when they aren't part of a religion does feel a bit intrusive on personal freedoms. But I guess that's the point of this show, to put people out of their comfort zones. I don't know, you wouldn't catch me doing it.
We are going to go Indian grocery shopping for our Indian feast.
That, however, totally up for. Love that.
Definitely wouldn't do it by choice. None of those things.
None of them?
Praying, you know, I'll go through the motions.
Yeah.
There's no skin off my back, you know. Yeah, we'll go for it. Let's do it.
So that's moong dal.
Oh, I do love Indian
Like
food.
birdseed.
Indian cuisine,
And that's all your
girls.
favourite
Spices
papadum.
and depth of flavour.
But that's the bundi here. So that's the chaat masala. That's rasgulla that Chirag likes to eat. Bunch of coriander.
Coriander, girls.
I have no idea what we've bought, but I'm sure it's going to look good. Excuse me, do you have a small bag of basmati rice? Garam means hot, doesn't it? Oh, I'm exhausted of this shopping. Oh.
Did you see not shop?
Yay, we did Indian shopping.
I don't know, you could be a bit more interested, Gary. It's quite exciting. You get to learn something, a new skill.
To pass on some skills to first-time cook Chirag.
Okay, new skills.
John, very thoughtful. Completely agree
Now
with
we
him
have
that
to hold
he will
hands.
lead my hand in the kitchen.
Little kisses
which
for the
never
chef.
gets. For last 15 odd years, I've enjoyed my evening until the guests come, and I've seen my wife tired just when the party starts. I would
Yes,
like
that's
that to
true.
happen again to her.
I do feel like family-hosted dinner parties should involve everyone, you know? I don't feel like there should ever be, like, one person just doing everything, because that's like house staff, as opposed to, like, a family effort, girls.
And I'll take
What do we have? Onions, mushrooms, celery.
First time in my life, I'm going to
What
start
is he making?
the oven.
Sandwiches?
Make sure that it's cleared of any pans. When Chirag didn't even know that there was an actual power switch to turn on the wall to get the oven going. It was
Oh
quite
dear,
a
no,
surprise,
you have to be
let
able to
alone
cook at least
how to
one
even
meal for
operate the oven.
yourself.
So, yeah, no. There you go.
Oh, nice sound.
Bingly bingly bong. Death!
Meanwhile, RuPaul's on choreography duties.
Oh.
Down. Up. Down.
Okay, let's do it.
Free yourself up, girl.
Up. Down. Okay, the hand movement goes like this, as if you are, yes, you holding something, and he's not too much into dancing. He loves musical though, but himself dancing, and that to Bollywood. I think I've just pushed him to the extreme to get out of his comfort
I suppose
zone.
it is quite out of a comfort zone, isn't it?
You look cute doing that.
I don't know why. I feel like this whenever I'm also in the situation, but like, there's something about like Caucasian people that always manage to look so uncomfortable when being able to do anything new. I am including myself in that because I'm often uncomfortable at the best of times. So anxiety's a funny demon, isn't it?
I think she's been very kind to me, to be honest. No, I'm good with that.
Well, you're
they'll be
fresh
ribbing me about
starting.
it for
Can't be an
years to
expert
come, but
instantly.
that's good. I'm sure we'll be rehearsing all evening just to get it right.
We can finish with that actually, with the clap.
We're finished. That's
Yeah,
the finish.
with the clap, yeah.
I'm a Bollywood dancer.
A professional woman.
Was that good, Luther?
Luther there to
I
judge.
can't multitask ever. I wonder.
Oh, I love
She
spinach!
would have like 2 dishes happening at the same time. She checks on Sidraj whether he's doing her maths homework or not. I keep on shouting with her when I need my socks or want my shirt to be ironed because I'm going out for a meeting, and she does all together. So, I wonder how she does it. I think I feel that women are more empowered than men. What do you say?
That's perfection.
What
You've
is
done
it?
a great job, Chirag.
A pie?
It was a lovely day today. We did a lot of things, and we had a lot of time on hand as well. It was very adventurous. But I don't know why today I have been thinking a lot about Sidraj and Chirag, and especially Sidraj. I think it's just been so many days I haven't seen him, and
She clearly
haven't
loves
heard
her
his
family very
voice.
much.
And I know it's just a matter of few more days to go, but I think it's getting a bit too much now.
Oh.
Coming
that's
next
kind
on
of
Wife
sad,
Swap.
isn't it? It is, I mean, I can understand that it is only a few days, but also, like, I don't have children, so I don't know. Mind you, I actually miss Biscuit immediately as soon as he's gone anywhere, so yeah.
Bollywood, here we come.
Right, here we go.
It's the first day of the new rules.
First
The
day,
school
girls.
run's done, and John and Chirag are getting personal.
So you have been exposed to, like
friends?
even Sid. Like, has he had any interaction with other gay people prior to me moving into your home?
I don't think he has even realized that you are gay.
Okay.
Because to him, you don't look like that gay character.
Okay.
You look like a macho character.
Okay.
Oh, wait until he finds out about circuit queens. I do find it funny that a lot of people's traditional stereotype ideas about what gay people are like is interesting because it's clearly a fed narrative that's quite outdated, because apart from like the fairies that I know, I know some pretty strong macho gay guys that, yeah, naughty.
So for him, he's like another great sportsman in the house.
Okay.
Let's
be
play,
gay in
and that's why
sport.
he's so comfortable with you.
Oh, okay.
John is the first gay guy with whom I would have talked at this length. He must be the first gay guy in
How'd you
this
know?
household. He must be the first gay guy whom Sidraj would have interacted, but he's normal to us. For me and John, I think we enjoyed the time together. If I have to share, no offense personally, in 2004, there was the first bill to be going to the parliament about de facto relationships of gay.
Yes.
I was one of the guys who would go on the street to take the signatures to say, stop this.
Okay.
I was one of the guys.
Oh no, that's quite a revelation, wasn't it? I was just about to pause and say, it sounds like his opinions have come from a place of just simply not knowing any gay people, but actually to go and campaign against marriage equality and to go and campaign against what a relationship can be is a step further than being ignorant, in my opinion. Oh.
I was one of the guys.
I don't think you will choose to sort of go off to like a gay club or gay bar.
Gay
just to find
church,
out a bit more
maybe.
info. That's not going to happen. But I think he's probably a bit more willing to learn more in terms of that.
I hope so. I hope there's personal development. That's all we can really ask for of these people that perhaps don't really know anyone who is of a different lifestyle persuasion, is that open-mindedness leads to an open heart. That's kind of all we can ask for, isn't it? Although, when it comes to those people who have spread hate for years and years and years, I'm not saying that anyone in this show has, but I'm just going to simply state right now that anyone who has made it their life's mission to make LGBT lives harder and almost impossible to live, I do not want equality from them. I want revenge.
Liking people for them, not for what they do behind their closed doors. You know, I'm certainly not interested in what they do.
Across town, preparation.
There is a lot of conversation about like behind closed doors and things, which I do understand, because I feel like if you're doing anything like explicit and adult, that kind of, you know, you can keep that in your house, you can keep that behind a door, so to speak, you can keep that in your boudoir, girls. But like casual moments of affection aren't explicit, but also I don't think they should be reserved for just behind doors. I will hold my boyfriend's hand. I mean, I'm a trans woman and I have a passing privilege, some might say, and I will happily hold my boyfriend's hand no matter where we are in the world. I will also kiss him. But even previously, in pre-transition relationships, I would be quite fearless with holding my partner's hand, regardless of how I was being perceived by the public. And that quite often didn't go down well. But also, I will not hide who I am. And it is not explicit to hold hands.
And that's the Darjeeling.
Full swing for an ambitious Indian feast.
Oh, a feast!
I'm such a good cook. That's lovely.
It is, eh? Yeah. And what did we do? It was so simple.
Well, I wouldn't say it's
Should
simple.
I put more of this?
Do you want to? Would you normally?
What do you think? Does it taste like that?
I can taste it.
Yeah. It should just taste not but like that.
Is there a certain level of satisfaction in making it from scratch?
What is it?
I'd love to say
that?
yes.
Okra? That looks like okra.
Yeah, maybe.
What?
I can't. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I can give it a maybe.
If you want to sprinkle this salt.
Okay.
The okra.
Okay, salt.
Salt on the okra.
The way you're putting the salt, I know you'd never put.
Gently
How'd
like
you
this.
Is that it? What else do you do?
A delicate hand, not just la la.
It's quite nice to make things at home rather than Indian food. We have a delivery, so it's not quite the same. As lovely as it is, but no.
Well, no, of course not. Of course it's not going to be the same, because quite often takeaways have to accommodate for the palate of the local community, shall we say, which is why in the UK, anytime someone goes viral on TikTok for ordering a British Chinese takeaway and they see chicken balls, chips, gravy, people who cook legitimate Chinese food will always be like, what the back rolls is that? And that's right, because the local palate does kind of, for lack of a better word, bastardize food to fit its, like, taste levels. So that's kind of what happens. So, of course, like, home-cooked food is always going to taste different, but more authentic than takeaway. Unless, of course, you go to, like, very specific, authentic restaurants.
I'll make some. I'll carry on.
Good.
But I might not make the roti. I might get it pre-made.
Roti is the bread, isn't
smallest
it?
roti
Yes.
ever is what our guests are going to witness.
Someone called for?
John's encouraging some family bonding at the Solankis. Oh, will it be up their alley?
Bowling, girls! Boys day out at the
11.5.
bowling. I love the fact that Gary's outfits are all sleeveless. He's like, I want to show off my muscles at any moment. I love that so much. That's so sweet.
And what about you, Siraj?
4 or 5?
5. I think we'll try 5 at them. Thank you. For you, John, what size are you?
I'm a size 11.
11. Big foot.
Very delicate Polynesian feet. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, good afternoon.
Just bullying that out. It's pretty fun. I'm all right at it. Yeah, I'm pretty...
I find it funny. I do find it funny when, like, straight men are confronted with gay guys who are, for every, like, essence of the word, more masculine than them. I kind of love that. It's so... If I really go into, like, where my brain goes, it's kind of like abomination territory. And I kind of love it. Because you just know, somewhere out there, these hateful right-wing people who are, like, 5'1", that was size 3 feet, being like, oh, I'm an alpha male! And then they see a gay couple that are literally, like, 6'5", roided out of their minds, size 13 feet, just fully in love with each other. And the littler guys always get upset about it. I don't know, it just kind of, it really tickles me, because I'm just like, you're upset. You're so upset. Aww.
I'm pretty competitive.
Oh, relatable.
Okay, Tim, you need to be really kind to me because I haven't done this before.
Not done bowling, wow.
So you'll be able to show me some, you know, skills and techniques.
Bowling destroys my nails, so I never do it. Oh, did you see that leg tactic? Oh, go.
Easy.
She needs the barrier up. Time for a bowling montage. Nobody else is at the lanes.
Me and Dad had to help John with the tactics, but he did really, really good. Yeah.
Come back.
Spare. A woman.
Well done.
Right, who's the winner?
I enjoyed, Sidraj enjoyed. John had a first time on the bowling, so even he enjoyed, and he thinks that he's going to go do a bit of a 10-pin bowling again, so he had a great time.
Okay.
RuPaul and Gary.
That was kind of an interesting rule change, though, wasn't it? It's like, the rule change is we're going bowling. Sure.
Nervous for different reasons as guests arrive for lunch.
Oh,
I
yes.
was quite nervous actually for this lunch date with friends. I didn't know what the friends are like and if they would like Indian food and...
Oh, all 8-foot-tall transvestites.
This curry, it's called vegetable sabji in Indian. It's
Vegetable
okra
sabji.
and potato. That's ladyfinger and potatoes. This is lentils. Then if you is lucky enough to get a non-round roti, that's scary.
Oh, clocked at the pageant.
I knew they would love RuPaul. It's, you know, she's lovely. Why wouldn't you? And they loved her.
And basically this type of food is perfect for Saturday afternoon because you are expected to go and have a nice nap. Afterwards? Yes, it will make you feel sleepy, so that's normal. Don't feel scared. Because they just were so welcoming and they were so happy to see me and they wanted to know about me. They wanted to know about my lifestyle.
Oh,
and,
this has been quite
they wanted to know
lovely.
more about the cooking that I did.
Yeah.
And I gave them a small introduction of what the cooking was and things like that. Yeah, it was nice.
Okay, guys, so one of the rule changes...
I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to title this video because I so thought it was going to go a completely different way than it is. And I'm really happy that it's going that way because sometimes I can be a bit of a negative Nelly who's always got the worst expectations. I think I'll call this, like, gay wife swap. That will probably get the views, to be honest.
Is that RuPaul gave me was that I had
Heavenly
to learn
Light.
an Indian dance, which, you know, horrified the life out of me.
Right.
But we got something, haven't we?
Time to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been a good student and
I
I've been
have.
a good teacher.
Yeah, you can do it.
Come on, girls.
They've seen me do a lot worse. Yeah, the dance wasn't the problem. They've seen me do a lot.
I mean, the thought is lovely, but I don't think he has any rhythm.
The dance we performed was just amazing. It was so good.
At least she's really positive about
the way
it.
we both were, like, you know, going on the beat and, you know, not missing out anything. And I think they loved it.
Bollywood, here we
I
come.
think, that would have been really cute if, like, everyone got up and had a bit of a join in, because it does feel a little bit like perform. I don't know, you know what I mean? I feel like it's less anxiety-inducing when everyone's involved, you know? But I guess that's the point of the rule change, isn't it?
It's clearly a warm night at the Solankis.
An incredible week regarding
Big titty lady videos on the internet.
different experiences and
Am I allowed to show male nipple on YouTube?
yeah, going home tomorrow, which I'm really, really excited about. Can't wait to see Gary and the fair children.
I'll miss all this. I'll miss the dogs. I'll miss this beautiful house.
It is a
and
beautiful house.
my sleep-ins.
and I'll miss everything, I think. What a lovely experience.
Oh,
the
I'm
families
glad.
come face to face next.
All right, are you ready for the explosive family meeting, which might not be explosive at all?
It's the final morning, and both John and Rupal are packing to go.
Take me, Gates.
I'm feeling very happy, very
Right.
excited, and a bit sad as well.
Is that skipping
6 days,
rope?
I was feeling so scared that how will I survive like 6 days out of my comfort zone, and 6 days have gone just so fast. The best thing I learned is not every person you meet is what you think they are.
Yes.
They can be kind, humble, and
But
they
that
can
doesn't
be
make it
someone
bad.
who would want to know more about you. And you can actually sit with them and have
Oh,
a
I
chat.
love
It's
this
not so
outfit.
difficult. If you will, and if you think you want to, you can sit and talk.
Can I just say, luggage is so pissing expensive. I've just recently bought like a new set of luggage because I haven't ever had like ones with wheels on before. I just carry a duffel bag whenever I go on holiday. I'm just like, oh my God, why is luggage so expensive?
I could not believe it.
Anyone and learn more about them.
Like wheelie luggage. Too
Looking
much.
forward to reuniting with Gary and definitely seeing the fur children. Really miss them. And I'm actually looking forward to meeting RuPaul. I've heard so much about her. I have missed Gary, but we'll probably be talking forever when I get home. And
I keep hearing RuPaul, and I'm like, no, I don't think it's RuPaul.
comparing notes. I'd be really keen to know whether RuPaul has had Gary in the kitchen cooking, because that would be very, very helpful.
Oh.
So I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you.
Mind you, if my boyfriend had owned like a catering company, released a cookery book, all that, I'd be like, can you do the cooking, please? They're excited. I'll hand you a knife. Like, I don't know, like what?
Stay.
Thanks for staying, yeah.
I think you're an amazing boy.
Thank you.
Oh. High five.
Yeah. You take care.
Yeah, you too.
Luther! Lily!
Are we understanding that that child didn't realise that this grown adult man on wife swap was gay? Is that the... I think children have a pretty good vibe for like knowing and picking up on stuff, so I don't think it was a problem to that child.
I'm leaving. I'm going home
Goodbye.
today.
Oh.
I'm going home. Bye-bye. See you.
She's going, Luther. She's going. You don't have to believe in everything that somebody else believes in. They have their own beliefs, and you've got to allow those beliefs.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily mean
It's a
you
two-way
share
street.
them, but accept them. And she's such a lovely girl. She's lovely. How could you not like her?
You've been so good. Oh, God.
Aww. Yes, well, considering at during the first part of the week, she was like, oh, giant dogs, I'm scared. And then at the end, she's like, yes! Like, that's quite lovely to see. Right, here we go.
Let's go. There'll be good memories.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay.
And I'm sure one thing, John, is that she must be worried more about me. That
Yes.
was I decent to you? Was I,
Well,
how did I behave with you? And was I nasty? And
oh, I can't imagine that.
Oh, look, immediately overwhelmed. Oh, he's in a suit. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, it's amazing.
Are we not going to get a little gay kiss?
Are you being fed well? Let me have a look. Give me a twirl, give me a
Maybe
twirl.
not,
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
not.
yeah, no, that's all right. You haven't starved.
You survived without me. That's dangerous.
The families meet for the
Okay.
first time.
Right.
Hi, John.
Oh my
nice
God.
to meet you.
Chirag's been cooking.
Are you serious?
Truly.
You know what I cooked last night? Lamb Rex.
Oh, my
He
God.
did best job. Honestly, amazing.
You think this is the best story? Then Gary cooked Indian lunch for friends.
For friends.
Yeah, dinner. Yeah, lunch party. It was a feast.
And I love Indian.
He did roti dough from scratch, and then he rolled it. One was a map of Australia, but that's
I've got to say, she's quite bossy at times.
I can vouch for that. How did she go with the dogs?
Amazingly well. I think you were slightly overawed when you first met them.
Yes.
Because one of them was quite big.
And I've never lived with dogs.
Oh, you
Never,
haven't?
ever.
But now,
Yeah.
she wants one. But we had a good time, didn't we?
We did.
We had lots of fun.
Yes. And you know what time this is for me and Gary? Look at the time. We passed that time though, nap time.
Oh yeah, nap time. We've been having naps. We've been taking.
Oh, I can't believe
Nap time. Nap time.
You must be busy.
Oh, winter's full on. Winter's full on.
This is the time of activity.
You would have known.
To be honest though, that is a luxury of not having like children, is that you do get like adult time in the afternoon to just be like, oh my God, do you know what? Maybe we'll have a nap.
She's dead.
Like in the way my life goes, it's so busy picking full on, yeah.
It's full on. And I really do appreciate all parents that do that wrong, in terms of making lunches, dropping the children off to school, picking them up, taking them off to activities. It's exhausting.
I think we both should be very, very thankful to John. We both having our families, especially you having your family. We have never had anyone look after Sidraj or give him a comfortable time or giving both of us space for 10 years.
That's right.
And also, you have to acknowledge that Sid was incredible to accept that as well. Yeah.
For first couple of seconds, I saw John there, so single parent. After a few minutes, when I came to know that the person he's referring to partner is Gary, that's it sank in.
If I'm being honest, yeah, I was scared.
What were you actually scared about though? What was it?
About his reaction. If he doesn't like something, he'll make sure he tells the other person, I don't like something, or I'm not comfortable somewhere.
I was straightforward. I'm sure John will vouch for that. I told him exactly what my stands, where I stand, and he asked me a question about do you have gay friends, or have you met gay people? I said no, basically, and where I stand. So I did mention all that to him, and I think he appreciated that.
I accept you being a Christian and having a Christian faith. I think is fantastic, as I said, and I think it's wonderful that you have that belief, and I really appreciate that. I don't. And I never will, and that's just me.
That's right.
And we just have to agree to differ on those sort of things.
This is...
I do kind of feel like the husband there was a little bit like, I don't have gay friends, and that's my stance. I don't even know gay people. I was a bit like, oh. But said with a smile, that's almost a little bit more insidious than being like, I don't like gays. I don't know, little bit of a vibe. Am I picking up on a right vibe there, or am I being negative? He hasn't said or done anything that makes me think otherwise. Maybe it's the case of, like, not quite the right words to explain something in that situation, maybe? Oh, I don't know.
The best thing that life has given us is people like you coming into our life and
people
telling
like
us...
you!
See, we are human beings, and we are normal, and we are lovely, and you are lovely.
That is true. As soon as you meet
after
people
this, like after we go home
different.
and maybe spend a couple of hours or a couple of days, would you ever call up John and say hello? Would you keep that connection?
I don't know about you and Gary, but I will definitely call up John.
So you will keep that relationship?
Because
we've already got a date planned.
Yeah.
There's so many recipes I need to take from him. Thanks for looking after my wife.
Oh, we're not shaking, we're hugging.
Last time.
Yeah, last
and
time.
one more to come.
Oh.
We'll see you soon.
You looked after me and you've not said
I know.
anything.
No, we had a good time.
Thank
I
you
loved
so
every
much.
minute of it.
Thank you.
Oh. Okay.
And with that, it's home time.
Right. Are the rules changed like bowling for everyone?
Yeah, it was really, really neat. Just a special time.
Oh my God.
Oh, no. Dog's dad
Would you go
is
back again? Honestly.
It'll have to be something completely different to what I've done.
He wouldn't.
I'll have a few little demands. Super king bed, comforter, private ensuite.
We wouldn't have even trusted our family, or means I wouldn't have left my son with my mom also, because I know about him being brought up by just two of us. So I think John has stole our heart there.
Oh, well, my loves, I've got some thoughts. Hello, little biscuit. So, my lovelies, I've got some thoughts about what we have seen today. What an interesting episode of Wife Swap. Again, actually quite a respectful episode. I did get a couple of off vibes, but it could have just been me overlooking and overanalyzing certain situations, because when I've been in those situations, quite often I've been right about them. So, very interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen, like, gay representation on a show like this, and I think it was done quite nicely. I would have liked to have seen some actual, like, gay affection, but that's just me. Maybe they didn't feel comfortable doing that, or maybe that's just not their relationship, which is also absolutely fine. Did you want to see any gay affection, Biscuit?
No, I want to go to bed.
This episode, however, did take a kind of different course in, like, the rule change vibe. Kind of similar to the last episode we watched, where actually the families didn't do anything particularly dramatic. So the rule changes were more about experiences rather than you need to stop doing all that and do it the way that I say. Like, we didn't see any of that. We saw a well-rounded, like, careful approach. Like, when this was airing, I wonder what people's actual reactions were to it. Any New Zealand folk here in the audience, what was your reaction to this kind of show being aired at the time, especially this episode?